The following is a presentation of KBEK Sports, local sports.
Past the 25, to the 20, to the 15, he's going to high step into the end zone, touchdown!
Here, wide receivers split each side.
He's still going into the end zone.
East Central Minnesota, the action starts now. To bring you the call, here's Ethan Game Day Gilman.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to North Branch, Minnesota, where the North Branch Vikings will host the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks in this Section 7 4A semifinal matchup here in this football game this evening. Of course, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I'll be bringing you all the action from tonight's matchup here at North Branch High School. This was the site for the 7-4A championship last year, where the North Branch Vikings were able to defeat the Cloquet Lumberjacks to get to state. That was a fun run there for North Branch last year. And they will look to go on yet another run again this year. Of course, the championship this year will be at another familiar spot for both of these teams. That'll be at Duluth-Denfeld High School. Remember, 2 years ago, Grand Rapids defeated North Branch up at Duluth-Denfeld High School to get to state in the Section 7 4A championship game. That was a lower scoring affair. North Branch held the lead going into the later parts of that game. They eventually came out on top. And again, it was a low scoring game between those two teams in that one. But again, Grand Rapids came out on top. Then last year, it was North Branch defeating Cloquet pretty handedly here at home, the site for the section championship game. So North Branch trying to get back to that state tournament once again. Of course, they were knocked out in the first round by Rocori in a game in which it was one or two chunk plays there for Rocori that really gave them the victory, and North Branch was in it though till the very end, so give them a ton of credit. They were right in it up to the end of that one, never gave up, and again, it's tough, especially with the class of seniors this North Branch Vikings team had last year, for them to get to the state tournament and be knocked out in the first round, but they've also got to remember the experience, how much fun it was, and now that these now seniors who were juniors last year and sophomores and freshmen and who are now a class older, they've got that experience now, and they can take that going into this game. And if they do manage to somehow get back to, I shouldn't say somehow, but if they do manage to get past Grand Rapids and get past whoever they would face in the championship game to get back to state, they would have that state tournament experience now as seniors, and I bet they would fare a lot better than they would have last year just because of that experience. And experience says a lot when you're getting into playoffs, especially in high school sports. A team who is constantly back at the state tournament is a team like Becker, who just defeated Princeton. So you look at these brackets here in Section 7 4A. North Branch was the number 1 seed, 7-1 on the season. That lone loss came to Pequot Lakes, who they fell to here at home. But ever since that game against Pequot, they really turned things around, won 7 straight games, and they'll look to make it 8 here tonight against the Thunderhawks. Again, Grand Rapids was able to defeat Cloquet 48-22 at home. Cloquet not having the greatest of seasons. Remember, last year, Cloquet beat the number 1 seeded team, and they were able to get to the championship game because of that. So a huge upset last year for Cloquet. They had a pretty nice senior class as well, but not the same success this year as Grand Rapids was able to get the victory in that one, 48-22. Talking about success, taking a look at this section, Grand Rapids finished the regular season with a 4-4 record. Of course, they were 2-3 in the section as well. Cloquet was 3-5 to end the regular season, so that's how that looked. And then Rockridge at the very bottom at 2-7. They fell to Hermantown 21-0. So the top two teams did get the bye in North Branch and Duluth-Denfeld. Duluth-Denfeld kind of came out of nowhere this season, having a great year. They were on top of the section for a good amount of time, but that was until North Branch was able to beat them in a close one there, or actually that one was more lopsided. But they did have 2 close ones, did North Branch, against Grand Rapids and Hermantown. So I'm expecting this one to be yet another close one here tonight between these two teams. Of course, North Branch runs the power tee, the option run by the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Two very different styles of offense, but it's not going to matter tonight because it's playoffs. And like I've said before, and I will continue to say in the playoffs, once the playoffs start, it doesn't matter what your regular season record was. You can throw that out the window. I don't care if you're 8-0, you haven't lost in 3 years, or if you are 0-8 coming in and you haven't won in 3 years. It just doesn't matter. This is the playoffs, and anything, and I mean anything, can happen in the playoffs, whether you're on the road or you're at home. It just doesn't matter. It is the playoffs, and I'm so excited for tonight's game. Of course, earlier on our airwaves, we had 2 more playoff games that aired. Bram was over on 106.5 FM, AM 1350, hosting the Mille Lacs Raiders. Raiders had quite the season this year. The last 2 seasons, or I should say their first 2 seasons as a co-op, they went a combined 1-17. This year, they went 5-3 during the regular season, even winning a playoff game over Ely. And they were, unfortunately, not as successful here today against Bram, as Bram got the victory 43-0. And then on this very station, 95.5 FM, I think that game actually just wrapped up about an hour and a half ago. Foley defeated Mora. I believe the final in that one was 42-14 or 35-14. Foley pretty much had control early on in that one. Mora just could not get their offense rolling. And they were able to return a kick by Brock Folkema, who returned a kick in their first-round playoff on Tuesday against St. Cloud Apollo to begin the game. So that was a nice thing for him to have. But again, for Mora, it is not what they had hoped for. Again, that senior class for them, a big senior class, a class that had been together for like the last 3 years, that went and only won 1 game their sophomore year. And then last year they went on a 5-game, what turned out to be a 6-game win streak to end the regular season and that postseason win over Pine City, but then eventually fell to Foley, who was coming in, I believe, with 1 win last year. And Foley was able to get the upset, get to the section championship game against Malacca, but Malacca was just a little bit too strong for them in that one, and Malacca went to the state tournament. This year it could be a little different. Annandale is hosting. I believe that game kicked off here at the top of the hour at 5. And they are hosting St. Cloud Cathedral. Now, St. Cloud Cathedral went into Malacca and got the victory. They got all their points in that 4th quarter, and I think a lot of people thought that Malacca was going to come out on top just because they were able to get home field advantage, and I was one of those people. But Malacca just could not hold off the Cathedral offense, and St. Cloud Cathedral is playing Annandale right now. And if you're Foley, you don't really care who you have to play because you played pretty close with Annandale. I believe it was a 2-score game for Foley, so it's not like they got to worry about who they'll play. But St. Cloud Cathedral would be a much better opponent for the Foley Falcons to try and get their ticket punched to the state tournament. Of course, Foley finished 4-4 on the season. We got a lot of weird records this year, football-wise. We've seen some teams that we haven't seen in a while do really well, like Mille Lacs, who, again, this is only their 3rd year as a co-op, but for their first 2 years, they combined 1-17, and then 5-3 this year on the regular season. Just a phenomenal season, and I know that is a pretty mixed group of seniors and young kids, so they might get a lot of those kids to return next year. They might go on another run in that section. And it's always a fun section, though, especially with East Central looking like they might be coming up right behind Mille Lacs for a team that might surprise some people with how they do. East Central won 2 games, probably should have been 3, maybe even 4. They lost to Chisholm during the regular season 6-0, and then they fell to them in the playoff game 20-18. So those are 2 games that I think they should have won and they could have won, but it is what it is, and we move on. Those teams will now look to their winter sports. Of course, winter sports are going to be another thing that we're looking forward to, and those will be a ton of fun because, well, we have a ton of fun when we broadcast winter sports, but we've got to get through our fall sports for it, even though it does feel like it's winter out, sitting right at that freezing temperature, 32 degrees right now, and a low of 24 tonight. So by the time kickoff comes, we'll probably stay at that 32 mark, but by the end of this one, we'll probably be sitting more under 30 at about 28 degrees. So it's going to be a little bit of a chilly one, but we're here, we're ready, and we're excited for this Section 7-4A semifinal matchup between the North Branch Vikings and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Of course, I'm Ethan Game Day Gilman, and I want to thank you so much for tuning in. Of course, this is 95.5 FM KBEK. You can also find this game on our website at kbek.com. Click the link. It'll take you to our YouTube, but it is audio only on our YouTube due to the MSHSL restrictions. So you can still catch this game on our YouTube, audio only. So again, kickoff about 20 minutes away here in North Branch, the home of the Vikings. No, not those Vikings. These ones are red and white here this evening. The North Branch Vikings have enjoyed some fantastic seasons over the years, and head coach Justin Voss has talked about that. He has talked about kind of the family aspect that has really, really been hammered into these kids, and they have taken that personally and have really put it upon themselves to kind of take responsibility from top to bottom, seniors to freshmen to juniors and sophomores. Each of them takes it personally, and I think that's so cool that a team like this has taken in a new head coach and Voss is not a new head coach by any means, but when he was the new head coach, had taken over his ideals for the football team and his way of going about things and have really stuck to them and run with them. And I just think that is awesome for a team to be able to do that like the North Branch Vikings have here for the last, how many years that Voss has been the head coach here at North Branch High School. Of course, we will have a word with Coach Voss later on in the pregame. We had an interview with him earlier in the week. He talked about this matchup and just how he felt about his team during the regular season and how he felt they did, and again, more about the matchup coming up here tonight against Grand Rapids and how it was a close game during the regular season and how he expects nothing different here in this one, but kind of also what he expects from his team and everything else. So I think it's about time that we get a word from our fine sponsors, get a word from them, and then we'll get to that interview with head coach Justin Voss and hear more of our sponsors, plus maybe even today's local news. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll get a word from our fine sponsors, and then we'll come back, talk a little bit more, and we'll get that interview with head coach Justin Voss. So we'll be back on 95.5 FM KBK after word from those fine sponsors.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Want to make some extra money this holiday season? Then join Burnett Dairy Cooperative's Cheese Store Holiday Crew. They're looking for temporary employees to assist with gift box orders from October 1st through January 6th. This position is scheduled Sunday through Thursday from 12 to 8 p.m. with an hourly rate of $14 per hour and an end-of-the-season retention bonus. Call 715-689-2170 or apply online at burnettdairy.com and click on Careers.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops, and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit. Your ride.
There has never been a better time to sell your home. Get a fast cash offer today and have your money in as little as 7 days. Any house, any condition. They will make you an offer the same day and pay you in as little as 7 days. City lots, lake lots, land, does not matter. They want to buy it. If you are ready to sell your home, let Haley Newman with Keller Williams Premier Realty get you a fast cash offer or help get you into the home of your dreams today. Contact her at 320-469-6868.
Back here on 95.5 FM KBEK Game Day. Gilman joining you for this Section 7 for a semifinal matchup between the North Branch Vikings and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks here on KBEK. Kickoff coming up at 6:30 here tonight. I know that was kind of up in the air for a little bit this week as to whether what time they were going to have it at. I think I heard 5, 5:30, 6, and 6:30. They finally settled on 6:30 for this evening's game. Of course, we don't have any snow in the forecast. I know, I can't believe I'm saying it either, but none tonight anyways. We may see some in the upcoming days here, but we'll hold off on that. Maybe, hopefully, we won't see any for a few more weeks at least anyways, until after Thanksgiving. Hopefully. We can only hope, right? But anyways, kickoff coming up here in just a little bit on KBEK. And we are just about ready for this one to get underway. That Kettle River Pizza kickoff coming up in about 15 minutes here on KBEK. That Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard lit up tonight here for North Branch. And the Thunderhawks and North Branch Vikings getting their warm-ups in. And trying to stay warm. I think warm is part of the key word of that warm-up part of what I just said. Trying to stay warm. Again, it's right at that freezing mark here this evening. And it should have get down, by the time we're done, probably about 28. Low of 24 here tonight. So we should be ready here in just a little bit. Looking at it, the championship game again will be next week on the 3rd. That will be next Friday up at Duluth-Denfeld High School at 7 p.m. So we get another word from our fine sponsors, and then when we come back, we'll hear a word from head coach Justin Voss. You're listening to football on KBEK.
Hinkley Towing.
Hi, I'm on the side of the highway with a flat. Can you help me?
On the way.
Hinkley Towing?
Yep. How can we help?
We just had an accident and don't know where to bring the vehicle.
No sweat. We'll come out now and bring you back to our collision center.
Hinkley Towing. Experienced drivers, state-of-the-art trucks, and 24/7 service. For Hinkley Towing, 385-4049 anytime. Hinkley Towing, 320-385-4049 anytime. Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 2 boys on the varsity squad. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice quality new vehicle. Make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or visit roddymotors.com.
We're now joined by the head coach of the North Branch Vikings football team, Justin Voss. First and foremost, Coach, I just want to thank you again for joining me. It is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate the time.
Absolutely. And looking at your team, another successful season for you guys, only the 1 loss on the season, but looking back over the regular season, how did you feel that your team performed, and how did you feel that they grew throughout the year as well?
Yeah, I think that's the key word, is that growth. You know, we had that first loss for Pequot Lakes, a very good football team. They did a great job, led by our seniors. It's really all senior-led. We don't have any secret recipes or anything we as coaches do. We try to find things that we can improve on, and then we ask our guys to focus. Is that each game we felt we could look at our film and say, hey, there's an area of improvement. There we got better. And our guys were motivated by that. They wanted to see those improvements. And I think in part because they saw that with those improvements we were having more success or more consistent play, which is important. Keep the eye on the prize. We wanted our best football happening week 6, 7, and 8. And in order to do that, we had to have great growth throughout those weeks and really focus on that all year long. And our seniors led with that, and our guys followed. And I think we saw that. So that was, for us as coaches, that was fun to see. And it's a handful of groups. The one that really stood out to me is our defensive line. We have some new faces playing new spots there this year with some seniors that left flat. Now, just some really big steps forwards with their reads, with their confidence, and what their plus for us with having that defense line make those big improvements they had this year.
You guys played in a few close games this year. Some of them were close at halftime, and then the second half was kind of your team running away. But what was the message to this team in some of those close games? Because I think confidence does play a key in those as well.
Yeah, I think that helps. That confidence that we've done this before, so we can do it again. That always, I think, is important. Those are experiences you have throughout the year, even last year. You know, some of those juniors that are now seniors this year, they're a part of some of those tight games. Those experiences help. And I think too, it's the focus. Keep the focus. You know, that maybe that first half didn't go as we wanted to, or we kind of anticipated this. We thought it was going to be kind of a grinder, and look here, it's a grinder. So don't be shocked by that. So I think with that then is keeping our focus on the task at hand. Don't let the the first half kind of deter us from what our goal was for this game. And I think allowing that focus to be kind of pinpoint on what we do allowed guys to keep on track and keep executing the things that we worked on all week long. So, again, it's a broken record, but our seniors lead that. We asked our seniors to lead, and those guys step up, and I think that's been a powerful thing forever. Our seniors lead and have that focus remain on what we have to do to keep being successful in that game.
For sure. And looking to the playoffs, you'll play teams who you've seen throughout the regular season, and especially on Saturday, this Grand Rapids team who you played a close game with during the regular season. But talk about what it's like to play a team who you've already played, because I'm sure the two teams know each other pretty well.
Yeah, at this point, we're really all pretty well connected. We know each other very well, and the different things that this team will do to us on offense or defense or special teams, and what we'll do to them. And so it's sometimes it's challenging to try to scheme against those teams, because you've given them everything you can think of, essentially. So that makes it challenging, but it also makes it fun. There's some great rivalries we've created because of that consistent play against the guys, and there's just every game we have is always just a battle, and it's a tough game to win because we know each other so well. No difference here. Grand Rapids is a really good football team. They're really well coached. They always are. It was a tough battle the first time around. It's going to be similar the second time around. So I think for us, just getting back to kind of the basics of what we do is important. We have had a nice long week of practice here, so that's helpful for us. So getting back to kind of our basics and shoring those things up. Then looking at what are things that we can try that we think might give us a slight edge here or there, a wrinkle here or there that maybe Grand Rapids hasn't seen that give us an advantage. So working on those pieces, but that game's going to be a grinder. It always is. And hopefully we can execute on a few things and take care of the football and come out on top in that game.
And speaking of that extra time off that you guys had due to getting that first round bye, what was the message to the guys just to make sure that they're staying ready, but also I think the biggest thing is just staying healthy?
Yeah, so part of it is kind of that you get a little recovery time, and that's an important piece. We've had some dings like all football teams do, so we're fortunate enough to have that time to recover. So a lot was on that, and even how we structure our practices. Although fairly consistent with what we do, what we normally do, we want to keep that consistency with our practice plans. There was moments where we could shorten things up slightly. That would allow our guys to have a little more of a rest. But the focus is getting better. I know it sounds maybe cliche or redundant, but that's what has to happen. We can't go into the first round of playoffs thinking, wow, we're 7-1. We did great this year. Everything's good. That can't be our mindset. We got to keep hungry. I think that's our focus this week, is staying hungry and staying urgent. And our guys have done that. We've had, like all teams, there's some good practice and not so good practice. We've had both of those this week. But overall, I like that our guys are staying hungry, our guys are staying focused, and there's this urgency to get better, because we don't get to show up on Saturday and say, well, we're 7-1, so here we go. It doesn't work that way. Grand Rapids is a tough football team, so we have to make sure we're staying hungry and urgent. Our guys have done that, so hopefully that kind of shows on Saturday when we play Grand Rapids.
Now, you've mentioned this senior group of guys here for this team. Talk about what it's been like to coach this senior group. Obviously, last year, another decent-sized senior group, but what has it been like to see these guys grow inside the program? Yeah, that's been awesome. Seniors, they're just, besides for this being their last year with North Branch football, there's a level of maturity they gain throughout the year. So you get them as freshmen, and then all of a sudden, as they kind of go through the ropes, they kind of grow into the person they are. So I always love with our seniors is, who are you? What kind of person are you? And it's fun to see that. And we got some great people that are carrying kind of our squad. We got guys that are kind of goofy and outgoing and fun. So to see their personalities kind of blossom as seniors and have that maturity there to kind of feel confident in who they are, I just love that part of it. So for me, that's what I love about seniors, is as they get to that, they offensively run the option, and that's always tricky because they're testing our discipline as a defense. So for us, can we match that athletic? So that's going to be a challenge for us. I think of our offense versus their defense. Their defense knows us, defensive line and their linebackers. I think if we can communicate those things, it'll put us in a good spot as an offensive line to execute what we need to do. If we don't communicate, there's going to be some mishaps there. We want to make sure we eliminate those. So that's going to be a key for our offensive line, is that communication piece versus their front eight, to make sure we're all ready to go and know who we're going to. And looking at the first drive of a game, that can be so important, whether it's you're on the field first with the defense or offense. But whether it is one of those two, what would you like to see from your team on that very first drive of the game?
I like to see them look sharp. Whether we stop them or we don't stop them, or we drive a long drive, or we come up short, just that we look sharp, that the work we put in is we're seeing it out there. It's going to be a grinder game. They're going to stop us, we're going to stop them. They're going to score on us, we're going to score on them. I want to make sure that we look sharp out there. Hopefully, if we're on defense that first drive, it takes them a lot of plays to go on the field. We don't want these big chunks of, 40-yard run, 50-yard run, some of those things. If they're going to score, hopefully we're going to put ourselves in a spot where it takes them a lot of plays to get there. And then offensively, same thing. Hopefully we know that we'll have to maintain these long drives. We're not going to score quickly on them. They're a good defense. So can we maintain those long drives, go for 10, 12 plays? I think if we can see some of those things and look sharp in their execution, that'll put us in a good spot to be successful on Saturday.
And I know we talked about it before, injury-wise. Is there anything or anybody out with an injury, or for the most part, is this team as healthy as it can be week 9 of the season?
Yeah, I think, we have our dings like everybody else does. We have lost, unfortunately, some players this year to knee injuries and a shoulder and an arm injury. So, we're without a few guys. However, here, that's football. That's life. You don't always have the people you came with in August. So, I feel for those guys that are out because they've worked so hard, and then now because of an injury that happened, that opportunity to continue to play isn't there. So I feel for those guys. Our mentality is next person up. Those guys that are injured don't want us to kind of mope around and be sad about it. They want us to keep on working and getting better. So the next people have stepped up, and we made some adjustments here and there to make sure we feel like we're putting the best 11 guys out there on offense, defense, and special teams. And I love that mentality. And you lose with some key players that can really drain your momentum and drain your team and your energy. And I almost feel like our guys have responded back stronger and more focused because of this kind of urge to kind of respond and represent the person that's injured or out for the rest of the year. So it's been fun to see our guys step up and play some new spots, and we're in a roll with what we got.
And, Coach, that is all that I have for you. Is there anything else that you'd like to add?
No, that's all. Thanks so much.
Absolutely. Thank you again. I appreciate you taking your time out of the day to do it.
Yeah, thanks for the coverage, Ethan. Appreciate it.
Of course. Good luck on Saturday.
Yeah, thanks. Take care.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
It's time for your local news on WCMP. I'm Eric Van Rainen.
And I'm Joe Keyport. The City of Isanti and Isanti County Board held a joint meeting earlier this week. With that story, it's Eric Van Rainen.
The Isanti City Council and County Board met this week for a special joint meeting to decide on a design alternative.
We'll get your news in just a moment, but it is nearly time for kickoff. Our pregame warm-ups have been concluded. We'll get our national anthem sung, our starting lineups announced, and then we'll be set for kickoff here, that Kettle River Pizza kickoff here on 95.5 FM. Now we'll go back to your local news here on KBEK.
It's time for your local news on WCMP. I'm Eric Van Rainen.
And I'm Joe Keyport. The City of Isanti and Isanti County Board held a joint meeting earlier this week. With that story, it's Eric Van Rainen.
The Isanti City Council and County Board met this week for a special joint meeting to decide on a design alternative for two intersections on a busy stretch of Heritage Boulevard. The officials agreed to an option that would install a mini roundabout at East Dual Boulevard and would require land acquisition to build out a fourth leg of the roundabout. The county and city agreed to a 50-50 share of the project's cost, contingent on the necessary land being acquired. City Administrator Josie Wood shared a timeline for that process.
City staff is going to work with Alicia Long at the county in negotiations up to the threshold that we discussed. If they do not do that by the November 3rd timeline, staff is authorized to move forward with option 5.
The city and county officials also agreed on a backup design alternative if the attempt to acquire land falls through. It would also install a mini roundabout, but without immediately adding a fourth leg. That option would be at a 1/3, 2/3 share of the cost. County Engineer Justin Burgesson said the project hinges on receiving a local road improvement program grant from MnDOT.
If the LRIP grant isn't successful, this project gets tabled. It falls through.
Both designs would cost north of $2 million. In other news, the Ogilvie School Board will hold a candidate forum next week ahead of the November 7th election. The event will be held on Wednesday, November 1st from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Ogilvie School Board Room. It will also be live streamed on the school district's YouTube channel. The candidates for a 4-year term are newcomer James Hanna and incumbents Corey Schroeder and Josh Smith. Smith currently serves as the board chair and Schroeder as the vice chair. Jeremy Voss and Dan Wilder are both seeking a 2-year term. In-person voting on Election Day will take place at Ogilvie City Hall from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m.
Moving on, ongoing issues at a property in Pine City are now being referred to the county for criminal charges. Earlier this month, the Pine City Council approved a series of abatements at 710 2nd Avenue Southwest due to unsafe living conditions in the home and to clean up the exterior following complaints from neighbors. During an update on October 19th, Fire Safety Inspector Adam Zemek said a number of compliance items had not been met, including not having utilities on the property. Zemek said they will be referring these issues to the county.
After speaking with the attorney, he believes that those items should be put forth to the county prosecuting attorney so we can set up criminal charges on those.
Has that happened?
Yes. I would forward that out to Louise Fredrickson.
Zemek stated that moving forward, the city attorney recommends going after the property owners criminally instead of having to repeatedly clean up the property in the future. And finally, the Hinckley City Council decided to return election funds allocated by the state to Pine County during a meeting earlier this month. The funds were made available through the 2023 legislative session. It provided $1.25 million statewide, further breaking down to about $97.47 for the city of Hinckley. The Hinckley City Council decided to yield those funds back to Pine County to offset election expenses for 2023 and 2024. The county currently handles all early and absentee voting for the districts in the county. This has been your local news for Friday, October 27th.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers to join our herd.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics. A smile you will embrace forever.
Today's deal of the day is Valder's Vehicles in Hinckley. Get a vehicle alignment certificate for only $75. Find this and other great deals at WCMPRadio.com/deals.
Aw, man. Hinckley Collision.
Hell no. My new car?
Hinckley Collision is the right decision. Fender benders, major accident damage, or hail damage. Hinckley Collision is the right decision. With 24/7 towing and fast, friendly, professional service, their collision department will get you back on the road in no time. With decades of experience dealing with insurance carriers, make the call today. 320-384-7002. 320-384-7002.
Cattle River
River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Hey, you looking for a reliable propane supplier? Look no further than Burnett Dairy Propane. Proud to serve you, providing top-notch propane services all year round, offering convenient delivery options and flexible payment plans that suit your schedule and budget. Trust the experts in the field, Burnett Dairy Propane. Call them today at 715-689-1032 or visit them online at burnettdairy.com. Burnett Dairy Propane, your dependable propane partner.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a 4-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Back here on 95.5 FM, KBEK. We've got your Section 7-4A semifinal matchup coming up here in just a moment. Kick off the Kettle River Pizza. Stood out there, brace the cold. Everyone here bracing the cold. We've got a good turnout. Fans are slowly making their way in. They decided to make the trek out here to North Branch High School to face the elements, so to speak, and get into this one as the Vikings did not win the toss. It was the Thunderhawks who won the toss. They chose to defer to the second half, and the Vikings chose to receive the kick here to begin the game. The Grand Rapids Thunderhawks have announced their defensive starters, and now taking a look at your North Branch Vikings starters here on offense. That offensive line will look like this. At one tackle, it'll be senior number 51, Ty Ellsworth. Guard number 55, a sophomore, 55, Vinny Dufek. Center, junior number 69, Moses Ochoa. I hope that's somewhat close. Junior number 76 at another guard, Austin Reynolds. And at the other tackle, number 78, Jaden Roski, also a senior. Then at a tight end, it's going to be number 88, Nathan Edwards, a junior. Just Ochoa. There we go. Had to wait to hear the announcement of how you pronounce his last name. At the other tight end now, it's number 42, senior Joey Donahue. Then for the fullback, it'll be number 33, junior Carter Drill. Love that name. Then the running backs will be number 22, junior Tyler Minke, and the other running back, number 44, Jacob Teagan, a senior. And then the junior quarterback, number 14, Jacob Robillard. Robillard has been fantastic this year, running the ball and running this offense. He does, and this North Branch offense does such a great job of carrying out their fakes behind that line of scrimmage, and you just never know who has the ball when they have the ball. So those are your starting lineups here for the North Branch Vikings and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Again, they announced their defense, so I'll get you who's under center and who's their running backs in, well, when they're on offense. Hopefully we won't see them on offense too much here this evening. Hopefully it's North Branch and they can put up some points early on and get this one and take it to Duluth-Denfeld next Friday. And I did hear that it would be Hermantown who they would be playing. So the winner of this game will play Hermantown next Friday at Duluth-Denfeld High School. Again, this is the Section 7-4A semifinal game. And if I'm hearing correctly, Hermantown beat Duluth-Denfeld today. So we'll see if we can't confirm that here on the MSHSL website. Vikings having a quick huddle at midfield. And they will get back to their sideline, and then we'll be set for that Kettle River Pizza kickoff here. Getting start for the first quarter of action. Again, the Thunderhawks won the toss, choose to defer to the second half, and the Vikings will receive the opening kick here this evening. Both teams are out here bracing the cold, again sitting at about 32 degrees here for kickoff this evening. A low of 24 tonight, and I'm guessing by the time this game is done, we'll be close to that low. Probably at about 20, 28, 26 degrees, somewhere around there by the time this one is over. Both teams getting their huddles now to talk about what they want to do here on this kickoff. 12 minutes are up on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with 3 locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. EmbraceMN.com, of course, they've got that brand new Cambridge location in between Starbucks and Caribou over there. So the Kettle River Pizza kickoff coming your way. Kettle River Pizza is a great way to fundraise for your organization. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to get started. Kettle River Pizza is the delicious, locally made frozen pizzas. Pick one up on your way from the game tonight or stop into their Askov location. Buy in bulk and save. Back deep to return for the Vikings is Magnus Toussaint and LJ Fisher, and there's the boot. It'll bounce to the 20, and that'll be picked up by one of the returners. He makes a man miss and falls forward towards the 30. He'll get past the 30, and then he'll be taken down just past the 30-yard line. So ball will be spotted at about the, looks like the 31-yard line for this first drive for the North Branch Vikings here in this one. And now my pen decides not to work. Here we go. The North Branch Vikings coming out in there, of course, that power T formation that they love to run so much. Robillard under center. Robillard takes the snap. He'll hand it off on the left side of the line. The running back spins off of one tackle, still pushing the pile past the 35, nearly to the 40, and he'll be stopped. There's where the whistle will blow, and a good first down run there for the Vikings. Drill. That's Carter Drill with the carry that time, a gain of 5. And a good first down carry there for North Branch, a gain of 5. And you can't ask for much better if you're North Branch. They may have even gave him a half-yard extra. So their ball will be spotted now at the 37-yard line. Gain of about, we'll call it 6 for Carter Drill to begin the game. Robillard under center, takes the snap. He'll give off that right side of the line to Drill once again. Drill, and he'll get near the first, but he'll come up just short. Ball will be spotted near the 40-yard line, if not the 39. So it'll be a gain of about 2.5 there for Carter Drill, and it'll be third down and about a long 1. So third and a long 1 here for the North Branch Vikings as Robillard gets the call from the coach at the sideline and runs it into his huddle. Now, if there's a silver line there to doing that, he'll keep himself warm. He won't have to stand around too often. Just under 10.5 to go here. Third down and a long 1 for the Vikings. Robillard under center in that power T formation. Glances at the defense. Maybe checks a play call now at the line of scrimmage. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off up the middle. And he's got enough for a first down. And then some past the 50. And it's a first down run there for the running back, Carter Drill, yet again. Drill to the Thunderhawk 47-yard line. Gain of about 14 of that time. Actually, excuse me, that's a gain of about 8. Because I love math. So first down for the North Branch Vikings at the Thunderhawk 47. Robillard under center. Have about 6 defensive linemen down on the line of scrimmage. This time the handoff goes to Jacob Teagan. Teagan with a nice gashing run that time past the 40 to about the 39. Actually, they'll spot it right at the 40. So a gain of 7 there for Jacob Teagan. Gain of 7, and it'll be 2nd down and 3. A great quick run there for Jacob Teagan. Right off that right side of the line through that guard gap. Found a quick lane to run through and push forward for 7 yards to the 40-yard line. North Branch, again, this type of offense is not built to go quickly. Well, that quick anyways, and you're not going to see them score in 1 or 2 plays. This is an offense that is built to go 12, 13 plays down the field, take up about 7, 8 minutes off the clock, and so far so good for the North Branch Vikings. Snap, and it'll go up the middle to Drill again. Breaks off of 1 tackle, gets to the 30, and he'll be taken down by an ankle tackle right at the 30. It's a gain of 10 for Carter Drill. And that'll be a new set of downs again for the North Branch Vikings, with 8:45 to go here in the first quarter. Great run there by Carter Drill. He was a shoelace away from breaking that one for a touchdown, but a good tackle in the open field there by Grand Rapids, just tripping him up on that foot, getting him down, but a good run again from Carter Drill. You got to love the last name too, Drill. What a name. What a last name for a football player. 1st down and 10, ball at the 30-yard line for North Branch. Robillard takes the snap, and it looks like we're going to get the first penalty on the game on North Branch. They false started. It was that right side of the line. They just twitched the leg, and when you get set, you can't move. So unfortunately here for North Branch, it'll back them up 5 yards. That is their first penalty of the drive and of the game, of course, and that'll back them up to the 35, so 1st and 15. So now, if you're North Branch, now you got to get back on schedule here. 1st and 15, so far so good up to this point, but now it's 1st and 15 instead of the normal 1st down and 10. Let's see what they can do here on this 1st down play. Can they get some of it back, if not all of it? Robillard under center, power T formation. Robillard takes the snap, and he'll keep it himself. A good fake, and he's going to get most, if not all of it back, and then some. Looks like it's going to be a gain of about 6 that time for the quarterback, Jacob Robillard, to the 29-yard line for Robillard. So 2nd down and 9 now for the Vikings. A nice 6-yard scamper there by Jacob Robillard. He played some running back last year, if you remember correctly, and now he's under center here this year. Again, only a junior, so he'll be back next year to captain this team, or be one of them at least. And 7.5 minutes to go now in this first quarter. Vikings and Thunderhawks tied at 0 apiece. 4, 3, 2, 1, and they do get the snap off in time. The give to Carter Drill off the right side of the line. He's gashing through the defense near the 20, and that'll be close, if not a 1st down for the Vikings. A 9-yard gain there for Carter Drill. It is enough for another North Branch 1st down. And the Vikings moving on this drive very, very well, getting to do what they want with these run plays. So the Vikings will have it 1st down and 10. Ball at the 20-yard line. That is the Roddy Motors Red Zone. Roddy Motors in Mora, voted best dealer in Kanabec County 2 years in a row. Roddy Motors, 100 Pine Street in Mora. Give up the middle this time. Not as successful as the previous runs. It'll only gain a couple that time. And that time, another carry for Drill. Who else would it be? Gain of about 3 that time. Again, inside the Roddy Motors red zone. Under 6.5 to go here in the first quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. Start today at EmbraceMN.com. Robillard under center, power T formation. Robillard takes the snap. He fakes it one way, gives it the other way, and nothing doing that time for Jacob Teagan on the carry. He'll be stopped after a short gain. In fact, he might have even... he got back to line of scrimmage, but that is about it. So no gain there for Teagan, and it'll bring up 3rd down and 7. Teagan, a senior for this North Branch team. This will be a tough one here for North Branch, but again, looking at 4 down territory here for the Vikings. Under 5.5 now to go here in the first quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Robillard under center, power T formation. Robillard takes the snap. He's going to give it. No, he's going to keep it himself off the left side line. He's got a little bit of blockers in front of him. To the 10, to the 5, and he's punched out at the 4-yard line. A first down carry there by Robillard inside the 5 to about the 4-yard line. Looks like maybe even the 3. A gain of 13 for Jacob Robillard, and it's first down and goal from the 3. Jacob Robillard, that is what this North Branch team does so well. They carry out their fakes so well that the defense really doesn't have any clue as to who has it. Give Grand Rapids credit. They did a good job of stretching that play out, but Robillard is so quick. He gets to the corner so fast. He was able to do that and punched out at the 3. Robillard under center, power T formation. First down and goal from the 3. This time to give it to Teagan. Teagan is into the end zone. Touchdown, North Branch. Jacob Teagan from 3 yards out gets the touchdown and the first points on the board here for the Vikings. That makes it 6-0. The Vikings will be the first ones on the board. That drive took just about 7 minutes off the clock. The 5:02 is left. Now they'll get set to look for the extra point. Brody Beaver will look to boot this one through the uprights. This one is up, and it is no good. So it will remain 6-0 here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, they will leave you with a smile you will embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. That's EMBRACE.com. So the Vikings march the length of the field. Punch it into the end zone on a Jacob Teagan 3-yard rushing touchdown, but that was all set up by the Jacob Robillard third down run of 13 yards to get them to the 3-yard line. And again, Jacob Teagan did the rest from there. So 5:02 is left here in the first quarter. And again, we talked about it on this very drive that this North Branch offense isn't built necessarily to score that quickly or score in a short amount of plays. They're built to go the length of the field in that 12 to 15 play range in about 7 to 8 minutes, and that's exactly what they did here on their first drive. So far, so good. Now, can their defense come out on this next drive, make a stop, get the ball back to their offense, which on a cold night seems pretty hot? First drive, though, is always planned out for a team. Second drive is usually a good indicator of how a game could wind up going. But the Vikings will get set to kick it away. It's Brody Beaver again to boot it, and there's the boot, and it will be more of a scream. It touches one of the upmen, and the North Branch Vikings have it! More of a hybrid onside kick play. They kick it right to one of the up men. He didn't realize it because he was turning to go block back behind him. And as it hit him, he didn't realize it. And the North Branch Vikings fall on top of it. They'll have it at the Grand Rapids 47-yard line. And the Vikings get the ball right back. Wow, what a I don't know if that was purposeful. I mean, I assume it would have to be with that kind of kick, but it works out heavily in the Vikings' favor. Now they'll have the ball on the Grand Rapids' own 47-yard line. So as I mentioned, that offense was red hot. They get right back out there. I didn't realize that red hot kind of it goes with it. They're wearing their red uniforms, their red helmet, red jerseys with the 3 stripes on the sleeves, and the white pants are the North Branch Vikings. Robillard under center. He'll give it off the left side of the line. He's got a ton of room to run. Discards it. Runs over a man at the 35 to the 30. Still going forward near the 25-yard line. Carter Drill with the run that time up to about the 26-yard line. It's a gain of 19 that time for Carter Drill. Carter Drill, a big run that time. Gets him to the 26, and it's a first down and 10. Drill has just been doing just that, drilling this defense. Their leading rusher so far, and they'll probably be looking to continue to hammer it with them. 4.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Back to Drill once again, trying to be taken down from behind. He gets inside the 25, and he's taken down at about the 23-yard line, so gain of about 3 there for Carter Drill. Drill already with 8 carries here in this first quarter. A 3-yard gain that time. And it'll make it 2nd and 7. That's how you pronounce that. With 4 minutes to go here in this first quarter. Robillard gets the offense to the line of scrimmage. He goes under center, power T formation. Robillard takes the snap. He gives it right up the middle to Carter Drill. Drill gets to the 20 and then is absolutely stopped. But he manages to fall forward to about the 19-yard line. It'd be a gain of 4. And it'll make it 3rd down and 3. So 3rd down and 3 to go here for the North Branch Vikings. And they'll be looking to convert yet another 3rd down here in this, their second possession of the game. And they got that, we'll call it an onside kick. Now under 3.5 minutes to go. Vikings, 3rd down and 3. Justin Voss races down the sideline, the head coach of the Vikings, and give off the right side of the line. That's going to be close, but I don't think they got it. Carry that time for Teagan. Only able to get 2 on that one, and it's going to be 4th down and 1. This seems like Robillard territory. Whether it's a sneak or it's a fake give up the middle, everyone travels to one side and he takes it off of the other side and goes in. But this seems like Robillard territory with 2.5 minutes to go here in the first quarter. Your North Branch Vikings lead 6-0. Robillard gets the play call from the sideline. He'll have to sprint to the line with under 10 seconds to go on that play clock. They get to line with 7-6-5, and can they get it off? 4-3-2. Robillard takes the snap. He does give it off the right side of the line to Teagan, and they've got the first down. Jacob Teagan with the carry that time, gets it inside the 15. Let's see where they spot him. Looks like maybe the 13. I think it's a 13. So a 4-yard gain there for Jacob Teagan and a first down for the Vikings. And now we do have a injured Viking down out there. Hopefully he's all right. That looks like it could be Nathan Edwards, the tight end. So hopefully he's all right. But while they take a look at him, we'll take a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to football here on KBEK rather.
Want to make some extra money this holiday season? Then join Burnett Dairy Cooperative's Cheese Store Holiday Crew. They're looking for temporary employees to assist with gift box orders from October 1st through January 6th. This position is scheduled Sunday through Thursday from 12 to 8 p.m. with an hourly rate of $14 per hour and an end-of-the-season retention bonus. Call 715-689-2170 or apply online at burnettdairy.com and click on Careers.
Back here on KBK, nice 95.5 FM. The injured player is the center, Moses Ochoa, for the Vikings. So he's able to get up and walk off under his own power, albeit limping. So, again, we never want to see anybody injured. Hopefully he's able to get back into this one. And so we'll see a new center for a few moments for the Vikings. Meanwhile, the Vikings are inside that Roddy Motors red zone again for the second time here on as many drives. Roddy Motors and more, RODDYmotors.com. SUVs, pickups, sedans, maybe even a camper. Talk to Joe at Roddy Motors in Mora. See what he's got on the lot now. Back to action here with just under 2.5 to go on that Embrace Orthodontic scoreboard in the first quarter. Vikings lead 6-0. They are inside that Roddy Motors red zone at about the 13-yard line. Robillard under center. We'll see the exchange here. It's a good exchange. He gives it off the left side to Carter Drill once again. Breaks out. Down. He fumbled. He lost it. Ball still up for grabs, and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks have it at the 1. Oh, Carter Drill did a little too much that time. As he broke off a tackle, that ball was way outside of his body where it does not need to be. And that is going to be the first turnover for the Vikings. On a drive that showed so much promise, he broke off that tackle and was going to carry the defender, but again, did a little too much that time, and now it'll be a turnover. A Haley Newman of Keller Williams Realty turnover. Haley Newman of Keller Williams Realty. If you're looking to buy a new home, you can contact her as she'll be turning over the key to your new home. So the Thunderhawks will have it at their own, 1-yard line. They'll give it up the middle. Not much doing that time, and the North Branch Vikings take them down right at the line of scrimmage, maybe gained a yard. They'll actually spot this ball at the 2 to start the drive, and no gain on the carry that time. So second down and 10 still for the Thunderhawks with their first possession of the first quarter. Under 1.5 minutes to go in this first quarter. Vikings lead 6-0. We're going to be getting up to maybe 12-0 had that fumble not happened. So the quarterback for them, Devin Kinkle, will push up the middle and maybe gets a yard. Maybe he gained a yard there, or they're going to give him 2 for Kinkle. That'll make it 3rd down and 8, and silver lining if you're the Vikings, Grand Rapids doesn't have a lot of options to do right now just because they're so far inside their own territory that if you run a toss play or a pass play, you risk the chance of a safety, so they're just playing it safe right now. They'll take the snap, sneak it forward again, and he's going to he might have a first. He'll get to the 10. A carry there by Jacob Trumbley. Gain of about 6 there for Trumbley. And this will be the end of the first quarter here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. The Vikings lead 6-0 over the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. Find out more at embracemn.com. Back after a quick word from our sponsors.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit. Your ride.
Switching sides of the field, the Thunderhawks will be moving to the north. The Vikings will be headed to the south end zone when they have the ball on offense. Second quarter of action. After the Vikings got it on a onside kick that hit one of the upbacks for Grand Rapids. They recovered it, went down the field. We're going to go inside the 5, but Carter Drill fumbled, and Grand Rapids was able to recover at their own 2. And now it is 4th and 2 for the Thunderhawks. Now, you could say, well, don't go for it. But if you do and you make it, that's a momentum shifter. Now, I'm betting Grand Rapids would be punting this ball away, but you want to be mindful of the fake because, again, if they can get a fake here and convert, that changes momentum in a heavy way. And they will punt it away. This one is booted, an end-over-end kick. It bounces past the 40, rolls backwards to the 39. So for the Thunderhawks, not a great bounce there. Should have probably hopped on it at the 40. But it does get a medium, a small North Branch bounce, I guess. And they'll start with it. Oh, are they going to move it back to the 40? One of the referees, that's where he stands, and it looks like they will. Either way, the Vikings will have it for the 3rd time here in this game. Their last possession ended on a turnover. Oh, the Vikings have it 1st down and 10 at the Grand Rapids 40-yard line. Their offense has been running the ball pretty darn well, but that one turnover by Drill, you bet that the message to the team now is hold on to the ball, 2 hands on it as you're running through the D-line. Robillard and company at the line. Takes the snap. He's going to give it up. Nope, he's going to keep it himself. And he'll get it to the 45-yard line, or 35-yard line, rather. That's a gain of 5 for Jacob Robillard. Be 2nd down and 5 for the Vikings. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 30 seconds have come off the clock here in the quarter. Robillard will jog to the sideline to get the play call from the coordinator, and then he'll jog back out to the huddle and give the play to his teammates and Then we'll get the next play call. Here they come to the line, the Vikings. 2nd down and 5 with 5 seconds on that play clock. 4-3. Robillard will take the snap. He'll give it off to Drill. Drill falling forward near the 30. He'll be about a yard short. It's a gain of 4 for Carter Drill, and that'll bring up 3rd down and 1. So Drill, that was his 10th carry already in this game. He's up towards that 50-yard mark, averaging darn near 5 yards a carry, if not right at that 5-yard mark. Maybe even over, maybe at 6. So here come the Vikings, 3rd down and 1 to go. Ball at the 31-yard line. Robillard and company with the power T formation. Ochoa, the center, back in, so he's good to go. And it's they miscommunication. He did get the 1st down, though. He's right at the 30. That should be enough for a first. Two players did not get the right play call in there. And, that's a bad spot for that ball. He was taken down right at the 30. That's not a good spot. That's at the 30.5-yard line. He fell, and that ball was at the 30. Interesting. So the Vikings will obviously go for it here on 4th down. And if you're Robillard, it's a sneak away, and you've got it. There it is. 1st down, Vikings. And that'll be past the 30. Ball will be spotted at the 29.5. So it's a gain of 1 for Robillard, and it is enough for the 1st down. So 1st down and 10 for the Vikings on that QB sneak for Robillard. And under 10 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. I'm sure all of us are happy that this clock is moving pretty quickly. We can go down, get warmed up a little bit, then come back for the 2nd half of action. Of course, the Vikings have the lead 6-0 with 9.5 minutes to go here in the 2nd quarter. Robillard and company under center, power T formation. Robillard takes the snap. He'll give it off to Carter Drill off the right sideline. Hurls over a man, then carries a defender down inside the 20. That is not Robillard, excuse me. That is Tyler Minke with his 1st carry tonight. Tyler Minke with the carry down to the, looks like the 17-yard line. That's a gain of about 12 for Minke. And another new set of downs inside that Roddy Motors red zone yet again for the North Branch Vikings. Robillard under center. He's going to look. He's going to check the play at the line, seen the D-line shift, so he'll check the play. Now he'll give it off here this time to Teagan. Teagan off the left side of the line, trying to break it outside, and then just does get inside the 15 to the 14. 2 yards for Teagan that time. That'll bring up 2nd down and 8. Roddy Motors in Mora. Joe Rademacher of Roddy Motors is a United States Marine. So if you're a veteran looking for a new vehicle, go talk to a fellow vet who will get you squared away. Roddy Motors in Red Zone, or Roddy Motors in Mora, sponsoring the Red Zone. That's how that's said. It'll be 2nd down and about 7 for the Vikings after that 3-yard gain by Teagan. Robillard under center. Power T takes the snap. And left side carry there for the running back. I believe that's Drill. Drill will pick up about 6. It'll be 3rd and a long 1 for the Vikings. So 3rd and a long 1 with 7.5 to go here in the 2nd quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at EmbraceMN.com. So 3rd and a long 1 for the Vikings. Ball at the 9. Robillard under center, takes the snap, gives it up to Drill, and Drill will have plenty for a first. Down to the 6-yard line. It's a gain of 3 for Drill. So 1st down and goal with the ball spotted at the 6-yard line. North Branch threatening yet again. They would have had 12-0, but Drill unfortunately did have the game's first turnover. So this could have been possibly an 18-0 game if they were to score here, but They still have the chance to get up 12-0 with under 7 minutes to go here in this second quarter. Vikings lead 6-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Robillard and company get to the line of scrimmage, which is the 6, first down and goal. Takes a snap, and we're going to get a flag, and we'll wait and see what the call is here. Looking to the legal formation on. Oh, not real sure what that was about, but it is a legal formation call apparently. So we'll be left with 6.5 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their team believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program. EmbraceMN.com. So ball will be spotted now at the 11-yard line. First down and goal. Robillard under center. He'll take the snap. And, he'll give it up the middle. And getting it inside the 10, 8-yard line about. Drill is the ball carrier yet again. Gain of about 4 that time for Carter Drill. That is, believe it or not, his 14th carry, or 13th, on the evening. And it goes for 4 yards. He has been their bell call here so far tonight, and so far so good. Second down and goal from the 7 with 5.5 minutes to go here in the quarter. And now we're going to get a timeout here by the North Branch Vikings. So the North Branch Vikings will use their first timeout here of the half with 5:30 to go exactly in this first half. The Vikings do lead 6-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. And while they take a timeout, we'll take a quick break as well. You're listening to Playoff Football here on KBEK.
There has never been a better time to sell your home. Get a fast cash offer today and have your money in as little as 7 days. Any house, any condition. They will make you an offer the same day and pay you in as little as 7 days. City lots, lake lots, land, does not matter. They want to buy it. If you are ready to sell your home, let Haley Newman with Keller Williams Premier Realty give you a fast cash offer or help get you into the home of your dreams today. Contact her at 320-469-6868.
Back here on 95.5 FM KBEK. Timeout taken here by the North Branch Vikings with 5.5 minutes to go in this second quarter. The Vikings do lead 6-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. A turnover potentially held 6 points off the board for them their last offensive possession, but this one, another chance to score, but it's second down and goal from the 7. So still some work to do here for the Vikings. Again, that turnover, there was a silver lining. They turned over so deep in Grand Rapids territory that the Thunderhawks just couldn't do much with it. Second down and goal to go. Robillard in power T formation. He's going to take it himself, looking. And the ball is incomplete. Robillard throwing it to his tight end, but it's incomplete. It was a late decision to throw, but he was getting taken down from behind and almost couldn't get that one off. And at some point, it was almost better that he took the sack because that one was nearly intercepted. The defender never really had control of it, but it will be third down and goal now for North Branch, trying to get on the board. A late roll out there on that play. If you're going to do that, you want it to be a little bit quicker, but just really no chance that time for the Vikings. Robillard will take the snap, and he'll give it off to Drill. Drill not much doing on that one. And maybe no gain even. So no gain that time there for Carter Drill. It'll bring up fourth down and goal, and we'll see what the Vikings decide to do here on fourth and goal. From the 7-yard line, under 5 minutes to go here on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. We'll get a late substitution here for the Vikings, and it looks like they'll go for the field goal. So they'll go for the field goal attempt. It's Brody Beaver. He missed the extra point attempt on their first touchdown drive, 7:6:5 to go. And here is the kick. It is up, and it's no good. No good on that one, and the Thunderhawks will take over on downs. So the Vikings cannot convert the field goal into points as it was missed. And that one had no chance as it barely got off the ground enough to even get to the crossbar. So no chance for that one to even go anywhere. And Grand Rapids will take over in their own territory. Ball at the 7-yard line. So again, if you're the Vikings, silver lining here. You do have them deep in their own territory. Again, you still might see a pass or two, but it's not a spot where they're going to drop back to throw because of where they're at. He will throw. Oh, and the defender was there into triple coverage, and it's picked off. North Branch with an interception, and he'll take it back to the 20. He breaks off a tackle at that 20, and then he's taken down, and the Vikings have it on the interception. That is a Haley Newman of Keller Williams Realty turnover. And with the pick that time is number 11, Brody Beaver. So after missing the extra point and the field goal, he gets the pick, and not a great throw there that time by Devin Kinkle. That was into triple coverage. In that, it'll be first down for North Branch, but they do get a block in the back penalty. So we'll back them up, but it's still a turnover. So the Vikings get the ball back on the interception. And instead of inside the 20, the drive will be started inside the 30 at the 28-yard line, but it's still a Haley Newman of Keller Williams Realty turnover. If you're looking to buy or sell a property, you can contact Haley Newman at 320-469-6868 or at HNEWMAN@KW.com. Robillard with this new possession. It's a little bit of a counter play, not much doing on said counter play. And he'll get to the 26-yard line with the ball carrier there that time. That time it was Minke on the carry. Again, only a gain of 2. So the Vikings will have it second down and 8 to go. Ball at the Grand Rapids 26-yard line. The Vikings tried to get the field goal, missed it. And then they got the interception on the very next play. So ball, 26-yard line, second and 8 to go. Robillard handed off to, Robillard will keep it, and he'll be back at about the 31-yard line. It'll be a loss of about 5 that time there, or 3 rather, for Robillard. So a loss of 3 for Robillard, and it'll be third down and about 11 to go, maybe 12. So third down and long here for the Vikings. We'll see what they try to do here on this third down. Now again, This is a tough situation here. The ball's at the 31. It's third down, and depending on where they get to on the third down, that'll make the fourth down very interesting. Drill carrying the ball up to near the 20. And Grand Rapids is getting a little chippy out there. So the drill carry gets to the 21. It's a gain of 10. And closing in on 2 minutes to go here in the second quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Getting a little bit chippy. There was a block behind the play that was a little bit late, but it was within the whistle, so it was still legal. Robillard gives it off here to Minke. He's got the first down. That should be a first down for the Vikings. Where they spotted him, it should be first down. That ref on the far side came in past the first down marker. We'll see. Looks like they're going to have a measurement. Yep, they will. So too close to call. They'll get the sticks out there to see where exactly this ball will be spotted and see if it's going to be a first down for the Vikings or for the Thunderhawks. But I thought that referee on the far side came in with that one for a first down. And it should be a first down. Vikings it is. Tyler Minke with the carry. He's got it for a first down for North Branch. So close they had to measure twice, apparently. 3 yards for Tyler Minke, and he's got the first down. And the Vikings will keep this drive alive. The clock will tick under 2 minutes to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. North Branch will get to the line quickly. Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners. EmbraceMN.com. 3 locations, Pine City, Lynchburg, and Cambridge. Robillard under center. Takes a snap. They're inside the Roddy Motors red zone. Give up the middle. Touchdown, Vikings! One play, and that's a Viking touchdown. And that's Carter Drill with the carry from 18 yards out. And that is his second touchdown on the day. Or not his second, but his first, because Teagan got the other one. But Carter Drill from 18 yards out will get the second touchdown on the board for the Vikings. And now they will line up to go for 2 to try and make it 14. Give up the middle, and it is in! 2-point conversion is good from Jacob Teagan, and that'll make it 14-0 in favor of the Vikings on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. You can start today at EmbraceMN.com. Of course, that was another trip inside the Roddy Motors Red Zone. Roddy Motors can help you get into your next vehicle. They can even get you financed. Visit RoddyMotors.com today. The Vikings get in on that possession. And it was back and forth there. The Vikings went for that field goal on their last one. Missed completely. The ball barely got off the ground high enough to get to the crossbar like I mentioned. The very next play, Kinkle of the Thunderhawks, they wanted to go with the pass. It was a turnover. They wanted to try and get something downfield, and I like that idea, especially late in the half, but he threw it into triple coverage, and he was just hoping and praying that one would have been knocked down, but sadly it was not. It was intercepted by the young man who missed the field goal and extra point, Brody Beaver, making up for those missed extra points and missed field goal. Got it back, and the Vikings were able to score off of that turnover to make it 14-0 with 1.5 minutes to go. It will be more or less of an onside kick. Call it a squib there for North Branch and Brody Beaver. And now this one will be taken down back behind the 40 at about the 39. So that's where the Thunderhawks will take over with 1:21 to go here in the first half. Again, everybody out here embracing the cold here this evening for this Section 7 4A semifinal game. The winner will be headed to Duluth Denfeld High School for the championship game next Friday. So Grand Rapids will have it. Their third possession of the first half. Man in motion, left to right. They'll give it off to Trumbley, and Trumbley's got some room to run past the 50, and then it'll be taken down. Ball will be spotted at the 47. 15 yards there for Trumbley. Minute left, and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks will move quickly. Running back will end up in a 4-point stance. He'll give it off to Trumbley, and he's got a minimal gain that time there from the 47 to about the 43. Gain of 4. Gain of 4 there for Trumbley, and we're dipping under 50 seconds now at 40 seconds to go here in this second quarter. 2 receivers left, one on the right side here for Thunderhawks, and they'll line up in the I formation. We'll be seeing a pass, and no, it's an option play. Oh, well behind the line, and the Vikings got him! No chance that time, and a great tackle there by Tyler Minke. well behind the line of scrimmage. That option play really just could not get going for the Thunderhawks. Marcus Thiel will lose a good chunk past the 45 all the way back to the 47. Marcus Thiel with the carry that time on the option play. A loss of 5, and it will be 3rd down and 10 to go here for the Thunderhawks. They did call a timeout with 25 seconds to go in this second quarter, the first half. Vikings lead over Grand Rapids 14-0. Each team has turned the ball over in this first half, but the Vikings have been the only ones who have been able to turn it into points. But the Vikings are going to have to play a little bit cleaner come the second half because they have 3 penalties in this first half. A quick moving first half between these two teams. 25 seconds to go. Grand Rapids will line up with 3 backs in a I formation, receiver on each side of the line. And now we're going to get a timeout call here by North Branch. So North Branch will now call a timeout on the heels of the Grand Rapids timeout. So that'll be their second. They'll be left with 1 with 25 seconds left to go. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. They'll also leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever, and your customized smile journey starts with that free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. You can find out more at EmbraceMN.com. That's EMBRACEMN.com. Both these teams call back-to-back timeouts. We'll be left with 25 seconds left to play in this first half, and then we'll all head to where it's warmer. We'll all head to probably get something warm to drink and or eat, get to some shelter for some warmth for a little bit, and then start that second half. The YMCA playing, why not? Get into it. Get yourselves warm. Keep yourselves warm. I love it. So the Thunderhawks will line up. 3 running backs in the backfield, receiver on each side of the line of scrimmage, and got a whistle down, and they go formation here on the Thunderhawks. That's their first penalty, and now it'll be 3rd and 15 for the Thunderhawks on the other side of the 50. So that ball moves across the 50 to the Thunderhawks 47.5-yard line. Thunderhawks will line up a receiver on each side of the formation, 3 running backs behind the quarterback, Kinkle. And he'll fake the give. He'll hold on to it. Ball's out again! And the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks have it, but they'll go backwards, well backwards. Oh, no, it is recovered by, so the Vikings recover it. It's a fumble that is recovered by the Vikings. I thought Grand Rapids had jumped on top of it, but they did not. It's the Vikings who have it at their own 40, at the Grand Rapids own 41-yard line with 16 seconds to go. Now, the Vikings only have 1 timeout, 16 seconds left. You want to score before half. The Thunderhawks get the ball to start the second half. So, can the Vikings put something together in 16 seconds, get back into the end zone, or at least attempt a field goal and go to half, extending their lead even further? 16 seconds to go here before halftime. And the Vikings line up power T formation. Robillard under center. Robillard takes the snap, and he'll give it up the middle. And that was Carter Drill on the carry. Gets past the 40 to about the 38-yard line. It's a gain of about 3 that time for Carter Drill. And that will be the 3rd and last timeout for the North Branch Vikings. They'll use it there, and we'll be left with 11 seconds to go here in this second quarter. 14-0, the Vikings lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics will do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. And if you don't have insurance, you can ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at EmbraceMN.com. Vikings have the ball back after yet another Haley Newman of Keller Williams Realty turnover. Haley Newman, turning over the keys to your dream property. YMCA getting back on, and everyone's loving it. Not only that, you dance to it, it keeps you warm. Get up and move around. Again, we're sitting here at about 30 degrees at this game. By the end, we'll be near that low for tonight of about 24. Vikings and Thunderhawks battling here tonight in this Section 7 4A semifinal matchup. Vikings do lead 14-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They took their last time out there with 11 seconds to go. Will be interesting to see what they decide to do here with the 11 seconds left. Of course, the Thunderhawks get the ball to start the second half, so you definitely want to score, go up by 3 scores before half. But this Power T offense, not necessarily known for taking deep shots, but we'll see if they do something like that here. They will. It's Roblard. Is he going to show off the arm? He does, and he's got a man. It's caught! It's caught by Teagan, and he's down to the 1. Teagan, or that's Minky rather. Minky down to the 1. They're going to have to hurry. They got 3 seconds to go. 3 seconds on the clock. Can they get to the line of scrimmage in time? Roblard under center takes a snap. He spikes it. Is that going to be it? They didn't have the chains down there. There was not. The yard marker was not set. You have to wait to start the clock till the yard marker's set. That was not set. Yep, there it is. They will put the 1 second back on, as they should. Minky with a huge catch that time for the Vikings. Got it down to the 1. He caught that in double coverage, and Roblard put that one up almost like a prayer, but Minky came down with it. He wanted it. Wow, what a play there for the Vikings. 1 second on the clock. Here we go. And now I believe Grand Rapids. And we're going to get a flag here on Grand Rapids. Their coach not too happy about them putting a second back on the clock. Going to get a sideline warning on Grand Rapids there. Oh, they're actually going to call unsportsmanlike conduct on the coach there for Grand Rapids. Can't have that. That's his first. Now, I don't know if it's the same in high school as it is college, but you get 2 and then you're gone. So, but again, he's pretty upset with the fact they put 1 second back on the clock, but the yard marker was not yet set. So Roblard and company will try to punch it in. They get it into the end zone. Touchdown with Carter Drill again. And Carter Drill will extend this Viking lead before halftime. Drill his second touchdown, this one from 1 yard out. And the Vikings push their lead out 20-14. Or 20-0. 20-14. I'm still talking about their other score. They were at 14, now they're at 20. So they will line up to go for the PAT. Brody Beaver hasn't had the success he's liked here tonight, so hoping to erase that and kick this one successful. Of course, he made up for it with an interception, but this one is up, and that one's good. So Brody Beaver makes up for the 2 he missed, kicks it through, and the North Branch Vikings head to halftime leading 21-0 over the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. Vikings up at half, and we'll head to the halftime break. We'll take a word and hear some of our fine sponsors. And when we come back, we'll recap this first half of play. We'll talk about some of the stats as well. You're listening to Playoff Football here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Hi, I'm on the side of the highway with a flat. Can you help me?
On the way.
Hinkley Towing?
Yep. How can we help?
We just had an accident and don't know where to bring the vehicle.
No sweat. We'll come out now and bring you back to our collision center.
Hinckley Towing. Experienced drivers, state-of-the-art trucks, and 24/7 service. For Hinckley Towing, call 320-385-4049 anytime. Hinckley Towing, 320-385-4049 anytime. Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 2 boys on the varsity squad. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County 2 years in a row. That's what you call a repeat champ. And he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you and your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or visit roddymotors.com.
We're now joined by the head coach of the North Branch Vikings football team, Justin Voss. First and foremost, Coach, I just want to thank you again for joining me. It is greatly appreciated.
Yeah, thanks for having me. I appreciate the time.
Absolutely. And looking at your team, another successful season for you guys, only the 1 loss on the season, but looking back over the regular season, how did you feel that your team performed, and how did you feel that they grew throughout the year as well?
Yeah, I think that's the key word, is that growth. You know, we had that first loss for Pequot Lakes, a very good football team, and that allowed us to kind of reflect on what we've done for the first 3 weeks this season and kind of pinpoint some areas we want to really focus on. And we did as a coaching staff, and take it upon our players then to take those things we provided them, and they did a great job, led by our seniors. It's really all senior-led. We don't have any secret recipes or anything we as coaches do. We try to find things that we can improve on, and then we ask our guys to focus on those things. And led by our seniors, our guys did that. And that was what was fun about this year, is that each game we felt like we could look at our film and say, hey, there's an area of improvement. There we got better. And our guys were motivated by that. They wanted to see those improvements. And I think in part because they saw that with those improvements we were having more success or more consistent play, which is important. And they saw the end game, keep the eye on the prize. We wanted our best football happening week 6, 7, and 8. And in order to do that, we had to have great growth throughout those weeks and really focus on that all year long. And our seniors led with that, and our guys followed. And I think we saw that. So that was, for us as coaches, that was fun to see. And it's awesome to have a group of seniors leading that way to have that growth throughout the year.
Looking back over this season, you kind of talked about it, improvement. Was there any player, or maybe it was a position group, that kind of really improved over the season, or you guys were just, you noticed him or that growth of that position group?
Yeah, I think there's a handful of groups. The one that really stood out to me is our defensive line. We have some new faces playing new spots there this year with some seniors that left last year. So we had places to fill, and I think from that first game to now, just some really big steps forwards with their reads, with their confidence in what they're executing the scheme we had set up for them. So I think that group really grew for us. That's important. I mean, we really focus on having good trench play, offense and defensive line. And I think if you're going to be successful, especially in our district with the kind of style play that teams have, you have to be really solid in those trenches. And I think our defense line has done a great job making improvements and are still making those improvements. We're still pushing them to get better. And I think that's been a big plus for us with having that defense line make those big improvements they have this year.
You guys played in a few close games this year. Some of them were close at halftime, and then the second half was kind of your team running away. But what was the message to this team in some of those close games? Because I think confidence does play a key in those as well.
Yeah, I think that helps. That confidence that we've done this before, so we can do it again. That always, I think, is important. Those are experiences you have throughout the year, even last year. Some of those juniors that are now seniors this year, they're part of some of those tight games. Those experiences help. And I think too, it's the focus. Keep the focus. That maybe that first half didn't go as we wanted to, or we kind of anticipated this. We thought it was going to be kind of a grinder, and look here, it's a grinder. So don't be shocked by that. So I think with that then is keeping our focus on the task at hand. Don't let the first half kind of deter us from what our goal was for this game. And I think allowing that focus to be kind of pinpoint on what we do, allow guys to keep on track and keep executing the things that we worked on all week long. So again, it's a broken record, but our seniors lead that. We asked our seniors to lead, and those guys step up, and I think that's been a powerful thing forever. Our seniors lead and have that focus remain on what we have to do to keep being successful in that game.
For sure, and looking to the playoffs, you'll play teams who you've seen throughout the regular season, and especially on Saturday, this Grand Rapids team who you played a close game with during the regular season. But talk about what it's like to play a team who you've already played, because I'm sure the two teams know each other pretty well.
Yeah, at this point, we're really all pretty well connected. We know each other very well, and the different things that this team will do to us on offense or defense or special teams, and what we'll do to them. And so it's sometimes it's challenging to try to scheme against those teams, because you've given them everything you can think of, essentially. So that makes it challenging, but it also makes it fun. There's some great rivalries we're creating because of that consistent play against these guys, and there's just every game we have is always just a battle, and it's a tough game to win because we know each other so well. No difference here. Grand Rapids is a really good football team. They're really well coached. They always are. It was a tough battle the first time around. It's going to be similar the second time around. So I think for us, just getting back to kind of the basis of what we do is important. We have had a nice long week of practice here, so that's helpful for us. So getting back to kind of our basics and shoring those things up. Then looking at what are things that we can try that we think might give us a slight edge here or there, a wrinkle here or there that maybe Grand Rapids hasn't seen that would give us an advantage. So working on those pieces, but that game's going to be a grinder. It always is. And hopefully we can execute on a few things and take care of the football and come out on top in that game.
Back here on 95.5 FM KBK, you just heard the part of that interview that I had with head coach Justin Voss. Thanks so much to him for doing that interview with me. We're here at halftime in North Branch with the Vikings leading over the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks 21-0. The Thunderhawks almost had a big play here or two in this one, but the Vikings have turned it around. They had 4 possessions, 3 penalties, and 2 turnovers here in that first half. But they also took the ball away once with an interception. Actually, they only had 1 turnover. It was the other turnover for the Thunderhawks, so they technically had 2 there in that first half because of that late fumble. And then with 16 seconds left, the Vikings were able to take it, drive down the field, and score. Now, that's going to be a story of controversy because there was not a lot of time left. Some people will say that the Vikings didn't get it off in time. Some people will say, no, wait, they did. It's just going to be a controversial story when we talk about that final score of that first half. But either way, the Vikings did score. They lead 21-0. The leading rusher for them in that first half was Carter Drill. No surprise there. 18 carries, 115 yards, and 2 touchdowns. Then behind him, it was Jacob Roblard, 6 carries, 22 yards. 6 for 19 for Jacob Teagan and a touchdown. And then Tyler Minke, 3 for 17. But he had that 30-yard reception all the way down to the 1-yard line that set up that 1-yard plunge for Carter Drill. They have 193 yards of offense here in the first half. And the Vikings lead 21-0. The Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, they had a couple of chances, but they did get the ball inside their own territory, inside their own 10, and that really doesn't spell for a lot to do, especially when the defense can basically send the blitz and come after you. The first time was a fumble by Carter Drill, what could have put them up 12-0. He fumbled inside the own 5. Grand Rapids had it. They couldn't do much. They had to punt it away to begin the second quarter. And then in that second quarter, another field goal that was missed here by the North Branch Vikings, Brody Beaver. He missed it, and the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks had it inside their own 10 once again, but they decided to go with that pass play. And sometimes you hear about, trying to go deep after a turnover, and that's what they were looking to do, trying to spark something, trying to get some momentum to shift their way. But right after that, it was an interception thrown by their quarterback, and it was picked off by Brody Beaver, making up for those 2 misses. And they were able to go down and score 7 points off of that turnover, and they were able to score off of their next turnover, which was that fumble late. So 14 points off of turnovers here for the North Branch Vikings. Of course, Brody Beaver, as we talked about, was able to get that extra point to end the half with the Vikings leading 21-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Still at halftime here, the Vikings and Rapids Thunderhawks talking it over and their respective spots, talking about what they need to do here in the second half to get the victory. Of course, North Branch looking for their 3rd trip in a row to the championship game, where they would play at Duluth-Denfeld High School next Friday against the Hermantown Hawks, who they have already beat this year, so that's who they would play in that one. So We had a couple of turnovers there in that first half, some penalties. It got a little bit chippy towards the end of the first half, but either way, the Vikings do lead 21-0. We'll take another commercial break here from our fine sponsors. We'll be back with more at halftime. You're listening to Playoff Football on KBEK.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
It's time for your local news on WCMP. I'm Eric Van Rainen.
And I'm Joe Keyport. The City of Isanti and Isanti County Board held a joint meeting earlier this week. With that story, it's Eric Van Rainen.
The Isanti City Council and County Board met this week for a special joint meeting to decide on a design alternative for two intersections on a busy stretch of Heritage Boulevard. The officials agreed to an option that would install a mini roundabout at East Dual Boulevard and would require land acquisition to build out a fourth leg of the roundabout. The county and city agreed to a 50-50 share of the project's cost, contingent on the necessary land being acquired. City Administrator Josie Wood shared a timeline for that process.
City staff is going to work with Alicia Long at the county in negotiations up to the threshold that we discussed. If they do not do that by the November 3rd timeline, staff is authorized to move forward with option 5.
The city and county officials also agreed on a backup design alternative if the attempt to acquire land falls through. It would also install a mini roundabout, but without immediately adding a fourth leg. That option would be at a 1/3, 2/3 share of the cost. County engineer Justin Burgesson said the project hinges on receiving a local road improvement program grant from MnDOT.
If the LRIP grant isn't successful, this project gets tabled. I mean, it falls through.
Both designs would cost north of $2 million. In other news, the Ogilvie School Board will hold a candidate forum next week ahead of the November 7th election. The event will be held on Wednesday, November 1st from 6:30 to 7:30 p.m. at the Ogilvie School Board Room. It will also be live streamed on the school district's YouTube channel. The candidates for a 4-year term are newcomer James Hanna and incumbents Corey Schroeder and Josh Smith. Smith currently serves as the board chair and Schroeder as the vice chair. Jeremy Voss and Dan Wilder are both seeking a 2-year term. In-person voting on Election Day will take place at Ogilvie City Hall from 7 a.m. until 8 p.m.
Moving on, ongoing issues at a property in Pine City are now being referred to the county for criminal charges. Earlier this month, the Pine City Council approved a series of abatements at 710 2nd Avenue Southwest due to unsafe living conditions in the home and to clean up the exterior following complaints from neighbors. During an update on October 19th, Fire Safety Inspector Adam Zemek said a number of compliance items had not been met, including not having utilities on the property. Zemek said they will be referring these issues to the county.
After speaking with the attorney, he believes that those items should be put forth to the county prosecuting attorney so we can set up criminal charges on those.
Has that happened?
Yes. I'm going to forward that off to Louise Fredrickson.
Zemek stated that moving forward, the city attorney recommends going after the property owners criminally instead of having to repeatedly clean up the property in the future. And finally, the Hinckley City Council decided to return election funds allocated by the state to Pine County during a meeting earlier this month. The funds were made available through the 2023 legislative session. It provided $1.25 million statewide, further breaking down to about $97.47 for the city of Hinckley. The Hinckley City Council decided to yield those funds back to Pine County to offset election expenses for 2023 and 2024. The county currently handles all early and absentee voting for the districts in the county. This has been your local news for Friday, October 27th.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on careers to join our herd.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Today's deal of the day is Valder's Vehicles in Hinckley. Get a vehicle alignment certificate for only $75. Find this and other great deals at WCMPradio.com/deals.
Aw, man. Hinckley Collision.
Hell no. My new car?
Hinckley Collision is the right decision. Fender benders, major accident damage, or hail damage. Hinckley Collision is the right decision. With 24/7 towing and fast, friendly, professional service, their collision department will get you back on the road in no time. With decades of experience dealing with insurance carriers, make the call today. 320-384-7002. 320-384-7002.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Hey, you looking for a reliable propane supplier? Look no further than Burnett Dairy Propane. Proud to serve you, providing top-notch propane services all year round, offering convenient delivery options and flexible payment plans that suit your schedule and budget. Trust the experts in the field, Burnett Dairy Propane. Call them today at 715-689-1032 or visit them online at BurnettDairy.com. Burnett Dairy Propane, your dependable propane partner.
Are you interested in a technical degree that can quickly help you land your dream career? Or maybe you've always dreamed of going to a four-year college, but you'd like to start close to home. Either way, Pine Technical and Community College has you covered. PTCC offers more than 50 degrees in hot fields like healthcare information technology, advanced manufacturing, and business. PTCC is now accepting applications. Financial aid may be available online at pine.edu. Starting out or starting over, find your future at Pine Technical and Community College.
Kettle River Pizza loves supporting all the local teams. And if your team is interested in fundraising, well, they've got you covered. Kettle River Pizza has years of experience in fundraising for local teams, organizations, and clubs, and they would like to help you too. With their experience and the fact that Kettle River Pizza is an easy sell, your fundraiser is bound to be a great success. Visit Kettle River Pizza online and click on their fundraising tab. Kettle River Pizza, a winner every time. Grab a few at your local convenience or grocery store for after the game.
Want to make some extra money this holiday season? Then join Burnett Dairy Cooperative's Cheese Store Holiday Crew. They're looking for temporary employees to assist with gift box orders from October 1st through January 6th. This position is scheduled Sunday through Thursday from 12 to 8 p.m. with an hourly rate of $14 per hour and an end-of-the-season retention bonus. Call 715-689-2170 or apply online at BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers.
Back here on 95.5 FM KBEK, we're just about set for the second half Kettle River Pizza kickoff on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. 12 minutes are back up on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, and we're just about set for the second half Kettle River Pizza kickoff. Vikings do lead 21-0 here in the third quarter. Feeling good about their position, and now their defense will truly be tested. And I say truly only because in that first half, well, the North Branch Vikings really didn't have to be tested too much because the Thunderhawk offense had all but one drive start inside their own 10-yard line. So now you would expect, unless they do an onside kick like they did, that hit an up man, which they were able to recover, unless they do that, Grand Rapids will have decent starting field position. They'll be able to run their offense how they would like. But there is something to be said about how North Branch did their defense in that first half, and hopefully they can do just the same here. So here is the second half. Kettle River Pizza kickoff. It is away, and that's going to be taken in at the 30-yard line. The returner takes it, dancing around, and gets to the 30, and he'll be taken on right around the 36-yard line. The Kettle River Pizza kickoff of the second half. If your team is looking for an easy way to fundraise, you can visit KettleRiverPizza.com, the easiest and cheesiest way to fundraise. Pepperoni and sausage, chicken Alfredo, or the hot Hawaiian. Grab a handful of delicious Kettle River pizzas at your local grocery store today. They are handcrafted right there in Ascov. I still have yet to go get some, but I promise you I am, because those are so good. So the Thunderhawks have their first possession of the second half, beginning on their own 37. It'll be a toss out wide here to the right to number 12, and he's taken down behind the line at the 35. It's a loss of 2 that time for the ball carrier in Jamin Froelich. So a loss of a couple there for Froelich, and it'll be second down and 12 to go. Again, the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard has the Vikings up 21-0 with 11:20 to go in the third. Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners, 3 locations, Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge. 2 receivers out left in the formation for Grand Rapids. Man in motion from left to right. The quarterback tries to get rid of it, but he is nearly sacked. He just does get rid of it. They might have had a receiver in the area, so no intentional grounding there that time. And it will make it third down and 12. The one pass that Kinkle attempted in that first half was intercepted as he threw it into triple coverage. That one he threw out of a sack. And again, luckily enough, there was a receiver in the area, so he was able to avoid the intentional grounding call. Clock stops with 11:05 to go here in the third quarter. Receiver out wide on each side of the formation. Kinkle, the quarterback, sends a man in motion from right to left, gives it up the middle, and nothing doing that time. He'll gain maybe a couple. The Vikings are pointing that they have the ball, but I think he was down. No, they say it is Viking ball. It's going to be another turnover there for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks, and the Vikings take it away for the third time here today. That is a Haley Newman of Keller Williams Realty turnover. Haley Newman, your local resource for real estate, 320-469-6868 or HNEWMAN@KW.com. That is the third time this evening the Vikings have turned over the Thunderhawks, and now they'll start with it inside Thunderhawk territory with the ball at the 37-yard line. Robillard with the snap. And he'll keep it himself, trying to bust it outside, carries a defender forward, and he's just able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Gain about a yard. They'll give him a yard there. So 1 on that play for Jacob Robillard, starting quarterback for the North Branch Vikings. And it'll be second down and 9. Again, the leading rusher in that first half was Carter Drill. And again, love that name for a football player. Robillard and company back to the line of scrimmage. Under center. Robillard takes the snap. Gives it. And it's a carry, but not much doing on it. Maybe got to the 35. That time for Carter Drill. So maybe a gain of 1 for Drill, and that'll bring up third down and 8 now for the Vikings. So their offense not getting a lot done here on this first drive of the second half. They had 4 possessions in the first half and scored on 3 of them. Of course, they scored 14 points off of turnovers. And here come the Vikings offense. Ball at the 35-yard line, 3rd down and 8. Play clock ticks under 10 seconds to go. Robillard, power T formation, takes the snap. He'll give it off up the middle, and he not much doing that time for the ball carrier. Carter Drill, bad spot for that ball. Should be closer to the 34, maybe in 33, but it's only a gain of 1 there for Carter Drill. That'll bring up 4th and 7. So this North Branch offense not doing what it was there in the first half so far, but sometimes it's about just staying persistent, staying with the game plan, and then busting one. Sometimes that's just how it happens. Sometimes you get 1 yard, 2 yards here and there, and then all of a sudden you bust one for 55 yards. Of course, they would only need 35, but still. 4th down and 7, Robillard. With the snap, he'll give, and Teagan with the carry, and he'll get inside the 30 to about the 28, but that won't be enough for a first down. He'll be about a yard short. So Teagan with a 6-yard gain. He'll be a yard short of the first down, and that'll be a turnover on down, so the ball will go back to the Thunderhawks. 8.5 minutes to go in this third quarter. Vikings lead 21-0. On that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, Embrace Orthodontics, their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. They'll also leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Find out more at embracemn.com. We got an officials timeout here for not sure what. Not real sure what's going on. Referees are got conversation on the sideline over by Grand Rapids. Yeah, I'm not sure what's going on. The referees here having a discussion on the Grand Rapids sideline. And looks like we're going to get a call or something from the head referee, maybe. I don't know. Head referee is going to come towards the North Branch sideline. Not really sure what's going on. So we're going to get a break in the action, which is just great for everybody sitting here in the cold. But it looks like they're looking at the down markers and the chains. Look like we've got something going on with the chains. We might have to get either a new set of chains in or just fix this one. I'm not real sure. Well, either way, we'll take a quick commercial break. You're listening to Playoff Football on KBK.
Arrowhead Transit plays a pivotal role in bolstering the communities it serves. By providing accessible and reliable transportation, they ensure essential travel for work, education, and healthcare. Arrowhead Transit is customer-centric, continuously evolving to meet the needs of the community with initiatives like community outreach programs, job fairs, and educational workshops and more. Arrowhead Transit is more than just a transportation service. It is a vital part of the communities it supports. Your connection, your community. Arrowhead Transit. Your ride.
There has never been a better time to sell your home. Get a fast cash offer today and have your money in as little as 7 days. Any house, any condition. They will make you an offer the same day and pay you in as little as 7 days. City lots, lake lots, land, does not matter. They want to buy it. If you are ready to sell your home, let Haley Newman with Keller Williams Premier Realty give you a fast cash offer or help get you into the home of your dreams today. Contact her at 320-469-6868.
Hinkley Towing.
Hi, I'm on the side of the highway with a flat. Can you help me?
On the way.
Hinkley Towing?
Yep. How can we help?
We just had an accident and don't know where to bring the vehicle.
No sweat. We'll come out now and bring you back to our collision center.
Hinckley Towing. Experienced drivers, state-of-the-art trucks, and 24/7 service. For Hinckley Towing, call 320-385-4049 anytime. Hinckley Towing, 320-385-4049 anytime. Joe and the gang at Roddy Motors say, "Go Mustangs!" Well, of course, he's got 2 boys on the varsity squad. He's born and raised in Mustang country, voted Reader's Choice Best Dealer in Kanabec County 2 years in a row. That's what you call a repeat champ. And he offers vehicles of all makes and models, can get you financed on site, and put you and your new vehicle before the Mustangs take on next week's opponent. When you need a quality new vehicle, make your way to Roddy Motors in Mora or visit roddymotors.com.
Back here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK. Looks like we may have gotten her figured out. I think the chains are okay. They're going to survive. A couple bruises and nicks, it's all it is. Of course, I'm kidding. But it does look like they do have them fixed now. So it looks like something about the chains we were having an issue with. They're looking at it now, trying to get it fixed. They did not have to bring a whole nother set out. They just, maybe a link was broken or a piece of it was just coming off, so they couldn't keep them together. But it does look like that they are just about fixed. They're still making sure it's back together and in good shape. So, there we go. I think we're almost good now. Still figuring it out, still working on it over there. Beautiful night in North Branch, and I mean that because it is chilly, but the wind, there's not a lot of wind to talk about, and it's not raining or snowing, so I guess it could always be worse. So the chains have finally been fixed, and they are set, and it's a 1st down and 10 now for the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. This their second possession of the second half. Here in the third quarter, ball is spotted at their own 28-yard line. They'll have a receiver wide to the right and 2 on the left side of the formation. And there's the whistle. Now we're good to go back to action as we had about a 7-minute break. Kinkle under center, and he's going to give it up the middle, and that running back has nowhere to go. Great tackle in the backfield there by the Vikings. And I believe that was Trumley with the carry. I believe that's number 15 anyways. Yes. No gain that time for Trumley, and might have even lost a yard. 2nd down and 10 now for the Thunderhawks. Clock continues to roll as we now dip under 8 minutes to go here in the third. Thunderhawks, they got 2 receivers wide to the left, 1 on the right. Kinkle takes the snap. He's going to chuck it deep, and it is nearly intercepted, but knocked away that time by the defender, number 10, Magnus Toussaint. And a great job there closing in on that ball. He had the receiver open, but Toussaint closed that gap real quick and made sure to knock that ball down. That was nearly intercepted, nearly the 4th turnover created by the Vikings. But Toussaint just could not hold on to it. Good job there by the Grand Rapids receiver, playing defender at that point. And it will be 3rd down and 10. Vikings looking to make a 3rd down stop. Thunderhawks looking to pick up a 1st down. Got a lot of motion, and 2 flags in the backfield. Usually that's in the area of holding, of where those flags are. And if that is holding, I'm assuming the Vikings will decline. And it will be 4th down. Nowhere to go for the runner. Illegal shift, and it's going to be declined by the Vikings because that'll bring up 4th down for the Thunderhawks, and 7:49 to go. The clock stopped. So ball will be back at the 25, 4th down and long here for the Thunderhawks. They will line up to punt this one away. The returner back behind the 50-yard line in Vikings territory. Clock runs under 7:40 to go. That one's nearly blocked. And the returner will get away from it. And it will take a Grand Rapids bounce inside the 35, all the way down to about the 32. Wow, nice boot there by Grand Rapids punter, and the Vikings will have it at their own 32-yard line with their second possession here of the second half. Remember, their first one didn't go far, got about 8-9 yards total on that drive. And that was it. They had to turn it over on downs. So here comes the junior quarterbacks, Jacob Robillard, coming back out. He'll get that play call into the offensive huddle, and they'll break with 10 seconds to go now at the line of scrimmage. Robillard under center, takes a snap, gives it off, up the middle. Nice cutback, but he's quickly wrapped up. There was a cutback lane for a second. He found it, drove through it, but then he was quickly wrapped up. I believe that was Drill again on the carry. A gain of 2 for Carter Drill. That is his 21st carry of the evening. Talking about getting a workload. So 2nd and 8, ball at the 34-yard line for the Vikings. Trying to make this a little bit better of a drive than the last one that went quickly 4 and out. They'll try and get down the field and score again and just continue to extend the lead. 6:45 to go in the third. This is a late give. And up to about the 41. And Teagan with the carry that time, or Minky rather. Minky carries it up to we'll spot it at the 37. A gain of 3 for Minky. It'll be 3rd down and 5. Now again, remember, Minky had that big 30-yard reception that allowed North Branch to get the last-second touchdown before the end of the first half to put them up 21-0. So he's had a big hand in here tonight. 3rd down and 5 for the Vikings. They would like to convert and continue this drive. Robillard under center. Takes a snap. Quick give up the middle. And, if Drill had some people behind him, he would have gotten that first down. But because he didn't have any push behind him, he had no chance to get forward. If he had some extra push behind him, I have no doubt he gets those 2 extra yards. But he will only get 3 to the 40, and that'll bring up 4th. So 4th down and 2 here for the Vikings. As of right now, they've got a play call going into the huddle, so it does look like they're going to go for it. If I'm the Vikings, though, I might think about punting this away, play field position a little bit, just because you are up 21-0. You don't want to give Grand Rapids a chance to score here, but it looks like they're going to trust the defense. Maybe go with the hard count. And almost got him. Robillard checks the call. And a delay of game call here on the Vikings. That'll be their 4th penalty of the game. They've kind of had a little bit of trouble with that here tonight, getting out of the huddle in time. In the first half, we've seen it about 4 or 5 times where they get to the line of scrimmage with about 4 seconds left and snap it with about 1. And now it'll move it 5 yards back, and they will punt it away. Well, their punter is Carter Drill. Can he drill this one down the field? I know that was terrible, but I had to do it. Couldn't help it. Drill, that's going to be a decent punt. It's going to spin and be taken in at about the 32 for Grand Rapids. Trying to make a couple defenders miss, and then he's wrapped up past the 35. He'll maybe fall forward to about the 39, and that's where the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks will start with the ball on offense. So the Thunderhawks will have it the 3rd time here in this 3rd quarter. With 4:35 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, they'll leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. Of course, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear liners. Grand Rapids out there, 2 receivers out wide to the left, 2 running backs in the backfield. He gives it off to Tremblay. Tremblay makes the one-man miss, and then he's wrapped up and taken down right at the 40. So maybe one there for Tremblay, and that'll make it 2nd down and 9. One thing that I've noticed here that the Vikings are doing a pretty good job of in this second half is they're making sure that they are getting their linebackers and D-line shifted to whichever way the ball is going, and they're making the running backs extend that play out wide. And if you have watched football at all, you know the further that play gets extended out wide, the less and less chance you have of getting many yards. It'll be a pass play here for Kinkle. He's looking deep, and this one is into good coverage, and good hand battle there between the receiver and the defender. That time on the coverage was Owen Link on the coverage, and the intended receiver was Douglas Jesperson. Jesperson and Link having a good hand battle. So incomplete there, again, for Douglas Jesperson. So that incompletion will stop the clock for a moment. 3:49 to go, and it's 3rd down and 9 for the Thunderhawks. They'll send a man in motion. They'll toss it to him. He tries to make the comeback, but a great tackle in the open field that time by Tyler Minke, and that'll stop him right at the 40. No gain, and that'll bring up 4th down. Wow, what an open field tackle that time by the Vikings. James Duell. Nothing doing on that one. Great job. Great open field tackle. That is not an easy tackle in the open field, especially with the cutback lane that he had. That's a really good job there. And they will punt it away. They'll play field position. This is a smart job by Grand Rapids. You might think, well, they need to start going for it. Not yet. They need to play field position here and punt this one away, and they do. And now the Vikings will have it again inside their own 35. So as much as you might want to say, oh, Grand Rapids should try and go for it, well, not yet. I know it's a three-score game, but Grand Rapids defense has been stepping up here in this second half, in this third quarter, and has made a bunch of stops already, 2 of them, and has not given North Branch anything to do on offense. So you make another stop, you play field position again, you get the ball back, there's going to be another chance. But for North Branch, they've got to figure something out because that play clock is already ticking, under 15 seconds to go. They've really got to get hurrying up with that play call. Again, as I mentioned before, we've seen it about 4 or 5 times in that first half where they'd get to the line with less than 5 seconds to go, so they'd hurry up and have to snap the ball. They'll do that again here with 3-2, and they'll snap it. They'll give it off to Carter Drill. Drill past the 35 up to about the 37, 38-yard line. Decent gain there for Carter Drill of about 5. For Drill to the 37. That is his 23rd carry of the evening. Yes, 23. And no, he is not the only running back there. They each have had an equally tough part running the ball here tonight, but Drill has just been kind of the bell cow here this evening. He's been given the task of running the ball. So it'll be 2nd down and 5 now for the Vikings. Robillard under center. Power T formation. Takes a snap. He'll give it off to Drill again. Drill into a pile of bodies near the 40, but he's pushed back, so he'll get to the 39. Actually, that nose of the ball where they're spotting it might sit at the 40. So 2.5 on the carry there for Carter Drill as I'm running out of space to write how many yards he has. So it'll be 3rd down and 3 for the Vikings. Again, ball at the 39.5-yard line here with under 2 minutes to go in the third quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you. If you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. Now we're going to get a flag on the field and a false start here on the Vikings. That's their 5th penalty of the night, 2nd here of the third quarter. And head coach Justin Voss not too pleased with his team right there. And again, in a situation like this where not a lot of offense to speak of in this third quarter, and you've only got 3 yards to go on 3rd down, which if you don't get all 3, that sets you up for a good 4th down attempt. to get pushed back 5 more yards to now 4th and 7 or 4th and 8 in between there. That's not, first of all, that's probably one of the things that coaches hate most is false starts and offside penalties. And that's probably the 2 procedural ones that they probably dislike the most. So for North Branch, they gotta make sure. You're on offense. You gotta know the call. You gotta know the count. So now a 3rd down and over medium. Oh, they sound good. 3rd down and about 8 to go. They'll give it off to Drill. Oh, he slipped. Drill slipped on the play. If he didn't, he probably has the 1st down and then some. Ooh. Drill slipped at the 37. He picks up about 2. But my goodness, that was, that probably should have been a 1st down for Drill. It won't be because he slipped. That is tough. That is tough for the Vikings. Again, if he doesn't slip, he probably breaks off the arm tackle, gets to the 1st down. It is 4th down and 5, and looks like they will line up to punt it. They don't have enough on the play clock to waste away the quarter, but and another false start here for the Vikings. That's their 3rd penalty of the 3rd quarter. 16 seconds left. So, not sure. They did put some motion in that play, but not really sure what for. So, Drill will line up to punt this one away yet again after the false start penalty. And good job by Drill getting that one away. And a fair catch called for at the 38-yard line. So that's where the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks will take over on offense with 9 seconds to go here in the 3rd quarter. We'll get 1 play, and that should be it for the 3rd quarter. Then we'll move on to the 4th and final. So 1st down and 10 for Grand Rapids. Again, these offenses just can't get anything going, and North Branch is okay with that, but they would like to get at least push the ball downfield a little bit to take off some time on that clock and drain it so that they can get out of here with the win and move on to next Friday. But Grand Rapids has it back. Receiver on each side of the formation. Snap. And the quarterback will hold on to it, and he's going nowhere but backwards. He's taken down. No gain on the play there for Kinkle, and that should do it for the 3rd quarter of play. It will. 3rd quarter is come and gone, and the Vikings still lead on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard 21-0. And we'll head to the 4th and final quarter of play here when we come back after a word from our fine sponsors. You're listening to Playoff Football here on Nice 95.5 FM KBEK.
Embrace Orthodontics offers a unique specialized approach to orthodontic treatment with custom braces or Invisalign. The team at Embrace loves getting to know their patients personally and takes the time to make sure all your questions are answered. Their board-certified orthodontists use only the latest in modern technology to give you the best outcome possible. They work with your insurance company and offer flexible financing options to fit your budget. Call today to set up your free exam and see how Embrace Orthodontics can transform your smile. More online at embracemn.com. That's embracemn.com.
4th quarter here on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, that team believes the results of a remarkable orthodontic experience should last a lifetime. They'll keep your smile transformation where it needs to be with a lifelong retention program. It'll be 2nd down and 10 for the Thunderhawks here to begin the 4th quarter. Thunderhawks with their 4th possession in this 2nd half already. Motion, they'll step back to throw. It's been good coverage all night. And that one is incomplete. Looking for the receiver down that far sideline, but he dropped it. And that'll make it 3rd down and 10. So 3rd down for the Thunderhawks. And now in the 4th quarter, I can't imagine that the Thunderhawks will punt it away too many more times if they face a 4th down. So I'm thinking if they don't convert this 3rd, at this next 4th, they'll probably go for it because they're running out of possessions and time. Two receivers right, one on the left for Kinkle. Kinkle, it looks for the receiver screen. He's got it and cuts it outside wide. He's got a little bit of lane to run through. Gets to the 45 of the Vikings, and that'll be a first down. Gain of 18 there for the receiver. That's Morgan McLeod Carlson. So gain of 18 to McLeod Carlson. Kinkle with the completion of 18 yards. That's his first of the evening. He'll give it off the left side to Trumley. Trumley will plow forward to about the 39. We'll see where they spot it. At the 38.5 yard line. Gain of about 5 for Trumley. Second down and 5. Receiver on each side of the formation here. Snap, give. And nowhere to go for Thiel that time. And in fact, he might have even lost a yard. Oh, back him up a yard. It'll be third down and about 6 to go now for the Thunderhawks. Vikings trying to make a stop as that ball is on their side of the 50 at the 39.5 yard line. Receiver on each side of the formation here for Kinkle. Send a man in motion right to left. And the ref on the near sideline says it's offsides. Another penalty here for the Vikings. That's their 4th in this second half, 7 altogether. So that'll make it third down and short. And again, it's not like college or the pros where they a lot of times will let you get back across. A lot of times if you cross that ball, they're going to call it. So third and short here for Grand Rapids. 10 minutes to go here in the 4th and final quarter. Man in motion, left to right. They'll look to throw. That throw is going to be incomplete, nobody home. Pressure coming from behind on Kinkle, and that'll be incomplete on that throw. That'll bring up 4th down and short. Fourth down and about a foot to go here for the Thunderhawks on the North Branch 35-yard line. 9:53 to go. The incompletion stops the clock. Receivers on each side of the formation. Man in motion, they'll just give it up. Ball's on the ground. Vikings have it. Vikings have the fumble. So it was a fumble on the play, and the Vikings hop on top of it. That's, again, another Haley Newman of Keller Williams Realty turnover. Haley Newman turning over the key to your new home. Looking to buy or sell a property, contact Haley Newman of Keller Williams at 320-469-6868. That's the 4th turnover caused by the North Branch Vikings defense. And the Vikings will have it back on their own side of the field at the 36-yard line. Another fumble recovery there for the Vikings, and they'll have it on offense with 9:47 to go. They'll obviously try to add on and pad their lead. This give off the right side of the line here to Teagan. Teagan a short carry there to about the 43-yard line. Or 38. I seen the 40 and I seen three dashes where the ball was at, so I thought 43, but it's the 38. Gain of 2 for Teagan. Trying to get some other running backs to the ball here because Carter Drill has carried the ball, 25 times here in this game. Trying to give the defense a little bit of a different look. Robillard under center. Gives it up the middle. And nothing doing that time for Drill. It'll be up 3rd down and long, about 3rd down and 8. So 3rd down and 8 here for the Vikings. 8:40 to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. North Branch really okay with just taking off all the time that they can because they know that their offense does pretty well with taking time off the clock, and not only that, driving down the field in as many places they need. Robillard under center, and they're going to pass. Steps up in the pocket. He's got a man downfield. It's incomplete. Ooh, got hands on him. And a lot of Vikings fans want a pass interference call. I think you could have gotten one there, but I think it would have been also on the edge. Now, again, that probably could have been one, and it probably would have been a good one, but you can also say that it's a good non-call too. He didn't really impede the receiver's ability to get downfield, but at the same time, he did push him. Now, in the in the NFL, that's a flag 10 out of 10 times. In high school, they're probably going to let you get away with it a little bit. And I like that no call. I like the fact that they let them battle a little bit. That was really on the edge. So Drill will line up to punt this one away at 4th down and 8. Got a flag down. That ball going to take a North Branch bounce inside the 25 to about the 23, 22. There is a flag down at the 39. We'll see what this is. Now, this will be interesting to see what this flag is. So illegal formation, they had 5 in the backfield is the call. That's their 5th penalty here of the second half. Not good. And they'll be forced to re-kick. So if you're North Branch, it's 5 penalties in the second half, and obviously head coach Voss is not going to be pleased with that. Got to be better, got to correct those mistakes because you can't have that, especially after a punt that went inside the 25. It was a beautiful punt by Drill, and he got the North Branch bounce, but erase it and repunt. The left, oh my goodness. This one's just as good. It'll be fielded inside the 30 and breaks off of 1. Got a little bit of blocking, got a little bit of room, and nearly taken down from behind, spinning, falling forward past the 50 to about the 49. So a good return. That was a beautiful punt there by Carter Drill, but a good return. I think he just outkicked his coverage a little bit there. He had a beautiful punt, but I think he got a little too much of a line drive punt and outkicked his coverage that time because, I mean, the returner made one man miss and then he had plenty of room to run. Ball will be spotted just on the other side of the 50 on North Branch's 49-yard line. 2 receivers in the formation, one right, one. He'll give it off up the right side. It's a little bit of a counter play there. And Froelich will get it to the 46. Gain of 3. This is the 5th possession of the half for the Thunderhawks. Under 7.5 minutes to go here in the 4th quarter on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Again, receiver on each side of the formation here for Kinkle. Sends a man in motion right to left. He's going to drop back to pass, looking. He's going to lob it up. Incomplete. That one just out of the reach of the receiver on that far sideline. And that'll make it 3rd down and 7. With that ball spotted on the North Branch 46-yard line. 7:07 to go here in the 4th quarter. Vikings lead 21-0. And we got a penalty on the field that I did not see or hear. And based off the student section reaction, it is on Grand Rapids, so that'll be their 3rd of the game. Their 1st of the second half. Ball will be moved back to the 44-yard line in Grand Rapids territory. So instead of 3rd and 7, it's 3rd and extra long, or 2nd. So it's going to replay 2nd down. So 2nd and very long. They're going to hand it off up the middle. Gain of about 4 that time. For, I believe, Trumley. So 3rd down and about 13 now for the Thunderhawks. Ball on their own 48. Give up the middle here. Is going to get just past the 50 to the 48, so a gain of 4. The ball carrier, Trumley. 4th down and 9. Either way, it's 4th down and long for the Thunderhawks. And the Vikings looking to make a stop. Under 6 minutes to go now. 2 receivers out wide left, 1 on the right. Kinkle under center, takes the snap, he's looking. He had a man to the right if he wanted it. Now he'll chuck it deep, and this one's going to be intercepted! Take away another one there by the Vikings at the 11. And it's intercepted, and Kinkle well overthrew his own receiver. And that's an interception for Owen Link. That is the 5th takeaway tonight for the Vikings. And Link with the interception. That's yet another Haley Newman of Keller Williams Realty turnover. Haley Newman, if you're looking to buy or sell a property, you can contact Haley Newman at 320-469-6868 or at HNEWMAN@KW.com. So that'll be an interception for Owen Link. And the Vikings now will have it inside their own 20 at the 11. With 5:50 to go in the 4th. Vikings do need to move the ball a little bit, but they do have it. Carry goes up the middle. Not much doing on that one. Drill on the carry. Gain of about 1. So 2nd down and 9 now for the Vikings. And again, if you're the Vikings, you need to move the ball a little bit just to give yourself some breathing room and to make sure that you have a little bit of room to work with if you do wind up needing to punt, plus make it a little bit of a better field position. And now they're going to have to call a timeout with the Vikings. 3, 2, 1, and there's the timeout. The Vikings will have to call it a timeout because that play clock again rolling under that 5-second mark. They didn't even get the play call in, so Vikings will call their first timeout of the second half. And they'll have a 2nd down and 9 after the timeout with 5:04 to go here in this one. The Vikings with the lead 21-0 over the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Their doctors are committed to providing world-class orthodontic care in a friendly and comfortable atmosphere. They'll also leave you with a smile you'll embrace forever. You can find out more at their website at embracemn.com. So the Vikings here in this one looking to try and wrap it up. They lead 21-0 with 5:04 to go. All 3 of those touchdowns came in the first half of this game. And they're trying to, I mean, another score would be nice, but they're at their own 12-yard line now, and I just don't know if they would really be able to, with how this second half has gone, be able to drive down and score. Because the way their offense works, they probably drive down and run out the rest of the clock with how that power T offense runs. It'll be 2nd down and 9 out of the timeout. Offense is back out in the huddle with 20 seconds to go, so they'll definitely get the play off in time. Robillard under center. Robillard takes a snap. He'll look to throw. Got a man wide open! Caught at the 31, and he's going to be taken down at the 40. That is a big catch there. And that is Nathan Edwards with the catch to the 41-yard line. It's a 29-yard gain. Darn near 30 yards on one play to Nathan Edwards from Robillard, and he was left alone. So it'll be first down and 10, and that's a big one there for the Vikings. Now you get out of the shadow of your own goalpost and ball at the 41. What a play. That's a gutsy call, too, because in this situation, you just want that clock to run, but calling that kind of play there. Now Carter Drill is gone! Carter Drill from 59 yards out is gone. Touchdown, Vikings! And that's not even Carter Drill, that's Tyler Minke. Tyler Minke took it the 59 yards. So Tyler Minke, give him all the credit on that one. He's been pretty quiet. He only had 4 carries up to that point. 4 carries for about 21 yards, and that one went 59. 27-0. Vikings get that score that I was talking about to kind of pad their lead. And the PAT is up, and it is good. Vikings extend their lead now 28-0 on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Embrace Orthodontics, your customized smile journey starts with a free consultation. The team at Embrace wants to make your journey as seamless and convenient as possible with custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners. You can find out more at embracemn.com. Again, a 59-yard rushing touchdown by Tyler Minke to pad the lead for the Vikings, who now lead 28-0 with 4:21 to go in the fourth. Quick commercial break. You're listening to Playoff Football on KBK.
Wellia Health is here to keep you feeling your best so you can enjoy all the things you love best. You can count on us for your eye exams, mental health services, rehabilitation, wellness exams, urgent care, and much more. At Wellia Health, our goal is to help you live life well. Let Wellia Health help you get back to your best. Give us a call today to set up an appointment. 320-679-1313. WelliaHealth.org.
Back here on KBEK, this playoff football game, this Section 7 4A semifinal. The Vikings lead over Grand Rapids 28-0. Off of the Tyler Minke 59-yard rushing touchdown. And here's the boot from Brody Beaver. That one's going to be out of bounds. So a free kick out of bounds penalty here. That'll be the 6th on the Vikings here in the second half alone. Not ideal. And again, head coach Justin Voss is obviously going to talk to them about that before they go forward. I'm sure he is already. So Vikings trying to close it out. 4:21 left to go on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Grand Rapids comes back out onto the field on offense. Vikings trying to make yet another stop on defense. They have 5 takeaways tonight, does that Viking defense. 3 in the second half. So here we go. 2 receivers on the left side of the formation, 1 on the right. Kinkle takes the snap, tosses out wide to the left there for Thiel. Thiel trying to find a corner, but he's taken down. And that is the quarterback, Jacob Robillard, on the stop. Carry is up to about the 38.5, 39-yard line. Gain of about 4 for Thiel. So second and 6. Same formation as before. Kinkle will take the snap, and he'll give it on the jet sweep now. And nowhere to go. And he is taken down in the backfield that time. Jamin Freilich loses a yard. He may even 2. So it'll be 3rd down and about 7 to go for the Thunderhawks. Vikings stepping up on defense, trying to make yet another stop. They'll have to make 2 here. Clock under 3.5 to go. Receiver on each side of the formation. Kinkle takes the snap. He'll obviously be looking to throw on the slant, and that is out to the underneath route. The running back, he makes a defender miss, and then he'll be wrapped up right at the 40. Froelich on the catch. Picked up about 2. About 2 on that one, and it'll bring up 4th down and about 5, maybe a long 4 for the Thunderhawks. And they'll obviously line up to go for it. 2 receivers on the right, 1 on the left. Kinkle will take the snap. He's got a man underneath if he wants him, but he's under too much pressure, and that one is incomplete. No time for Kinkle to get that one off. He does, but it is incomplete, and that'll be a turnover on downs. So the Vikings will get back out there on offense and try and just run out the rest of this clock. There is 2 minutes and 28 seconds left on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. They'll do all the insurance heavy lifting for you, and if you don't have insurance, ask about financing options. They'll find a plan to fit your budget at embracemn.com. Carter Drill will come to the sideline. Looks like his night may be over. And Robillard and company get to the line of scrimmage. Give this time is to Teagan, and Teagan moves up the field from the 41 to about the 37-yard line. It's a gain of 4 for Teagan. Second and 6 now. Got a couple of guys checking in and out for North Branch as that clock ticks under 2 minutes to go on the Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. Robillard will bring the play call back to the huddle, and they'll break and get to the line of scrimmage with 6 seconds to go. Obviously, this now is planned because they want to take as much time off the clock as they can. This give here is to number 23, and that's Landon Ullman with the carry. And Ullman will get to the 33. And gain of about 4 that time, maybe even 5 for Ullman. And it's 3rd down and short for the Vikings. A minute 13 left to go. If you get a first down, the game is, well, it's over, but that will solidify, and then they'll just need to kneel it once, and that will be it. So the Vikings, 2 more plays away from this one being over. Robillard will give it back to Ullman. Ullman, and that should be enough for the first. Ullman to the 31, and that should do it. So the Vikings at yard marker, it is a first down with the ball spotted at the 31. I was going to say the yard marker hadn't moved yet. I was wondering what was going on, but there it goes. It's now a first down, and the Vikings will just have to kneel it. Well, there you go, under 40. And that will be it. Robillard victory formation. And there it is. The North Branch Vikings are headed back to the section championship at Duluth-Denfeld. The Vikings will get the victory here over the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks 28-0. And they will play against Hermantown. So the Vikings headed back to the section championship for the 3rd year in a row. And they will face off against Hermantown up there at Duluth-Denfeld next Friday at 7 p.m. We'll take a commercial break. We'll come back and recap this game. You're listening to Football on KBEK.
Are you looking for a position where your role impacts the community around you? Then look no further than Burnett Dairy Cooperative in Grantsburg, Wisconsin. Owned by the farmers in your community, Burnett Dairy offers numerous career options with various responsibilities and growth opportunities. Positions such as CDL drivers, who work closely with our farmers, cheese production, creating award-winning cheeses, and retail store clerks making someone's day better. Visit BurnettDairy.com and click on Careers to join our herd.
Your journey to smile with your forever starts at Embrace Orthodontics. The team at Embrace is committed to providing world-class care and a remarkable orthodontic experience. Choose between custom Light Force braces or Invisalign clear aligners with locations in Pine City, Lindstrom, and Cambridge, and a plan to fit your budget, whether you have insurance or not. Embrace Orthodontics will make your smile journey comfortable, convenient, and customized just for you. Visit EmbraceMN.com today to find out how to set up your free exam. EmbraceMN.com. Embrace Orthodontics, a smile you will embrace forever.
Today's deal of the day is Valder's Vehicles in Hinckley. Get a vehicle alignment certificate for only $75. Find this and other great deals at WCMPRadio.com/deals.
Aw, man. Hinckley Collision.
Hell no. My new car?
Hinckley Collision is the right decision. Fender benders, major accident damage, or hail damage. Hinckley Collision is the right decision. With 24/7 towing and fast, friendly, professional service, their collision department will get you back on the road in no time. With decades of experience dealing with insurance carriers, make the call today. 320-384-7002. 320-384-7002.
Kettle River Pizza is a proud supporter of sports teams and community organizations. Local groups and teams across the state have had amazing success with Kettle River Pizza fundraising. From sausage and pepperoni to chicken Alfredo or the hot Hawaiian, the cheesy deliciousness practically sells itself. Visit KettleRiverPizza.com to schedule your next fundraiser. It's so easy to get started. Got a pizza craving now? Pick up a Kettle River Pizza at your local grocery store or convenience store today.
Hey, you looking for a reliable propane supplier? Look no further than Burnett Dairy Propane. Proud to serve you, providing top-notch propane services all year round, offering convenient delivery options and flexible payment plans that suit your schedule and budget. Trust the experts in the field, Burnett Dairy Propane. Call them today at 715-689-1032 or visit them online at burnettdairy.com. Burnett Dairy Propane, your dependable propane partner.
Back here on the game recap, the Vikings are headed back to the section championship for the third year in a row as they beat the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks 28-0. Looking at the stats for the Thunderhawks here, they turned it over 3 times here in the second half, 5 total. They had 3 total penalties and 9 total possessions. For the Vikings, 9 total possessions as well, but they had too many penalties in this game. They had 6 in the second half to make it 9, and only the 1 turnover all game long. They had 272 yards rushing, 59 yards passing, 331 total yards of offense. Leading the way rushing was Carter Drill, 27 carries, 133 yards. Then Tyler Minke set up that big pad for a touchdown on his 59-yard run, which gave him 5 carries for 79 to finish the game. Then behind them, it was Jacob Teagan, 9 for 31. Jacob Lolard finished with 7 for 23. And Ullman had 2 carries for 6 yards here tonight. And the Vikings get the victory, 28-0. Minke had a touchdown. Carter Drill had 2 of them here in this one, and Jacob Teagan had 1 as well. Those are where your 4 touchdowns come from. The Vikings get the victory, 28-0 over the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard. So I want to thank all of you for tuning in here tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in. Thanks to all the fine sponsors who sponsored this and every other broadcast that we do. Without them, it wouldn't be possible to get this game out here and to get us out here either. So thanks so much to them. Again, you can stay tuned to the morning shows on 95.5 FM KBEK with Rockin' Robin Riley at 7:30 and 8:30, or around 100.9 FM with Joshua Miron at 7:45 and 8:45. That's when you can catch your local sports updates. We'll talk about this game and other local games going on around our local listening area, as well as some regional sports and national sports as well. So stay tuned for that. You can also stay tuned to our websites, WCMPradio.com, KBEK.com. Also, our Facebook pages by the same names, WCMP Radio and KBEK. And then our Twitter at WCMP Radio. You can stay tuned to all of that for all of your local sports updates, your local sports recaps, as well as news as well. Don't forget to download our WCMP and KBK apps. You can take us on the go wherever you go. Find them on the App Store or Google Play today and download them. Again, that way if you're out of range of our signal, well, you don't have to be. And you can download our apps, and then you'll be within our range at all times. So the Vikings get the victory here, 28-0 over the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks. They will play next Friday in the section championship up at Duluth-Denfeld High School against Hermantown, and this is the third year in a row that they will be headed to the section championship game. Again, thanks so much for tuning in here tonight. Thanks to all the fine sponsors, and thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate that. Again, remember, be kind to everyone. You never know what someone is going through. Your kindness could truly make their day. Again, we just never know the internal battles people are facing, and being kind could truly make a difference in someone's life. The final on that Embrace Orthodontics scoreboard, the North Branch Vikings beat the Grand Rapids Thunderhawks 28-0 and are headed back to the section championship next Friday at Duluth-Denfeld High School. Again, for KBEK and WCMP, the whole Q Media group, I want to thank you all for tuning in so much here tonight. Stay tuned to the morning shows and our websites for updates on sports. But again, thanks so much for tuning in, and have a fantastic rest of your night. Stay warm, and also have a great rest of your weekend.